My timing seems to truly be impeccable. Hey there, folks. How's it going? I checked, like, a couple minutes before stream, and it wasn't, like, the maintenance wasn't done. But as soon as I'm sitting down to actually start stream, I check if it's ready, and there it is. Yeah, 2 times in a row. Buh-buh. I hope it continues that way, but, you know, we'll see. It is that time once again, indeed. It is that time. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm hoping that this version keeps up the same level of, like, intrigue and hype that the last version did, because I really, really enjoyed last version, despite, like, not having that many expectations going in. Anyways, as usual, I'm just sort of clearing notifications right now. Don't mind how little of Currency Wars I've actually done. Ashvale. I still don't know if I'm gonna pull for Ashvale. They're in this role now. Interesting. Huh. Spoilers. What is still giving a notification? Oh, reward guide. Oh, wait, it said stream started 40 minutes ago. That's weird. I didn't start stream until like a few minutes ago. Yeah, well, I suppose we'll see how many murders occur today. Alright, that's that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to pull for Ashvale. Probably won't on stream. Maybe I'll do just like a 10 pull for fun. Given how much luck I had last time. In last stream on Zenless. Yeah, 4 weeks. Nice that they shorten the amount to, like, level up each time. That's a nice touch. But just with all of the upcoming characters, even just next version alone makes it hard for me to really justify pulling for Ashvale. It's tough. I like Ashvale. We'll see how I feel about him after this version's story. But he's not level 999 Silverwolf or Evanesia, so we'll see. We'll see. I might throw some pulls his way, I might not. Well, you know. Alright, and then I got some, like, random achievement earlier today, I guess. Alright. Well, I'm gonna pretty much get straight into the story, but pretty much since we last left off with Star Rail, I did end up pulling for Yao Guang in the end, actually. I was just sort of realizing a lot of characters I'm coming up, like, wanting in the future are Elation characters, and she's essentially an Elation support, so, you know. Probably this one is what's creating the notification. What's this notification all the way back here? Okay, oh, I see. It's just like a variety of things. Where is the thing that they're actually... whatever. No recap needed. Let's get started, I suppose. Not gonna worry about anything else right now. Yes, no, I like Ashvale a lot. I like his vibe, I like his aesthetic. His, trailer just helped me, in getting interested in him. But it's tough. It's tough when there's this many characters coming up that I want. Because, like, Anniversary, obviously we know for sure who that is. But, like, the prospect of a, like, a new Himeko, hypothetically, at some point, because that just feels like it'd happen. Like, other characters, yeah, too many characters. Anyways, let's do it. Shortly after the Sparksicon fiasco came to an end...
Miss March, please, look straight into my eyes. Just like that.
Okay.
Now,
Hi,
I'll need you
Kuchiba.
to repeat these next few lines after me, and do so in the same tone of voice.
Okay.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
Okay.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
Is this some kind of
Though dazzling
like
sparks
test to make
may
sure
light
that
up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars.
to make sure that there
Are
isn't
you
like some
kidding?
memetic issue?
That's one sentence? Okay, though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars?
God. Wild
good.
for the losing the 50-50 on the early
Very
poll, assuming you
good.
didn't have pity.
The internet is both an umbilical cord and a waste duct for the mind,
Uh-huh.
through which humanity's thirst for elation gave birth to the twisted Sparksy.
Uh-huh.
Whoa there! That's a bit much. Maybe she can be the one to say it?
We've just been standing there? Oh boy, what are you guys up to?
These are the test sentences I improvised according to the guidelines from the Human and Intellitron Emotional Baseline Test.
Okay, yeah. Some kind of test to make sure that memetic issues aren't
I
happening.
carefully observe the subject's micro-expressions and tone changes at the moment they say the name Sparksy, to check if they are infected by a memetic virus.
Okay.
So I passed the test, right?
Given how fascinating your reaction was, I clearly don't need to worry about you. Should you find yourself experiencing any live stream addiction withdrawal symptoms later, feel free to contact the Department of Aberration Defense staff. We'll provide you with a series of corrective behavioral treatments.
Now don't listen to her, folks. Don't listen to
You're
her.
handling this like a real pro, Miss Kuchiba. Has this kind of thing happened before?
Oh, I imagine.
It's impossible to predict what will happen during the Phantasm
Yeah.
Games. Once, a supplicant reversed the definitions of truth and lies,
What?
which nearly caused massive civil unrest. After that incident, we incorporated memetic treatment into the Department of Aberration Defense's emergency safety protocols.
Makes sense. But yeah, you're right.
Sparksy Khan
Evernight
didn't
would stop
cause any
anything from happening unless it's funny.
this time. But if your partner hadn't stopped Sparksy from spreading the virus, she might have turned into a calamity-level aberration.
Damn. Okay. Concerning. Calamity level, just how dangerous is that?
Without proper containment measures, a calamity-level aberration can destroy dozens of cities as it spreads.
Jesus.
That's the scale we're talking about.
Huh, I feel like we might set that up for a reason, but you never know. Aberration?
That's the Department of Aberration Defense's term for them. It usually refers to Imaginae infused with wish power who have lost control and begun to run amok.
Okay.
Over time, though, it's become a label that gets slapped onto any hazardous entity.
Okay. So what level of aberration am I? We're not an Imaginae.
You? An aberration? What are you talking about? Though, I gotta say, you do look pretty weird with that mask on.
Before we continue, weren't we at the end of last time in a conversation with Himeko and Himeko's dad? What the... Where's the resolution to that? Wait, what's going on? I just had a realization.
Don't tell me you're a Cosmicon collective player. The Department of Aberration Defense's hazard ratings are nothing like the power ratings in some card game.
Okay.
Right then, that's all for the required checkup. If you're interested in aberration calamity threat levels and how they're classified, you might want to take a look at this document.
Ooh.
However, do bear in mind that causing damage of the aforementioned scale during the Phantasm Games will cause you to be classified as an aberration
Okay.
and dealt with accordingly.
I'm very curious. Anyways, aberration threat levels in Planarcadia. Planarcadia has a 5-tier rating system for uncontrollable aberrations and the scale of damage they cause. Ghost level. Weak presence, essentially harmless, or causes only minor discomfort. Small annoyances, troubling a handful of people. Typically, ideogenitive imaginae born from collective consciousness, such as villains from comics, panic-inducing objects spawned from rumors, animated smart appliances, ghosts with distorted cognition, can be subdued by civilian ghost-busting squads. What? There are Ghostbusters? Okay. Even if left alone, they won't escalate into complex mass disasters. Fiend level. Poses a clear and present danger, capable of harming dozens of people or causing structural damage, throwing multiple city blocks or an entire small town into chaos. Typically, powerful imaginae that have accumulated massive wish power and spiraled out of control, such as unspeakable entities lurking in urban legends for ages, or vengeful manifestations born from collective trauma. Say, mass casualties caused by the Herald of Death. It's not even a theory anymore, they're just spelling it out! Holy shit, I know this is a lot to ask, but if someone just scrolls down and reads, we have the setup that the Herald of Death is an echo of the real Herald of Death, if there ever was a real one. Holy shit, okay. Yeah, so the Herald of Death is almost certainly a fiend-level aberration that could escalate to calamity level, and that's sort of my guess. The question, of course, is it working on its own? Is it tied to something or someone? Yeah, huh. Imagine reading. Couldn't be me. Calamity level, a severe threat capable of causing casualties in the hundreds or more. If left unchecked, they could lead to the destruction of major cities in Arcadia's core regions. The Herald of Death falls in this category. Oh, okay. In the Phantasm games, the upper limit of destruction caused by a supplicant going out of control also falls roughly within this range. So the Herald of Death originally was of this tier of difficulty and danger. Well, not difficulty, of this level of danger. Interesting. So, okay, I understand now. So they're saying that the Herald of Death themselves originally was calamity level, and now echoes born from the collective trauma of their, like, killings would be only fiend level, in all likelihood. Interesting. And then we have Cataclysm level, a catastrophic threat capable of crippling an entire continent, causing mass casualties and environmental upheaval. Reality warping abilities manifest. Apocalypse level, a level of threat capable of causing civilizational collapse or even the extinction of humanity on Planarcadia's surface. Their very existence is a great catastrophe. This has to be setting stuff up. Okay. Interesting. So it's not quite as obvious, given that they reference the Herald of Death here. Okay, interesting. Huh. Okay. I'm just sort of processing this a little bit. Alright. Yeah, so the original Herald of Death is calamity level. It is interesting that largely this talks about imaginae, but also implies people like supplicants, which aren't inherently imaginae, are also rated on this. And then there was the thing of her mentioning, Kachiba mentioning that we could be classified if we became too much of a threat. So this is a qualifier. Aberrations aren't just imaginae, they are just like a type of threat. Huh. Okay. Who wants to guess that either Himeko or Himeko's dad is either ghost or fiend level aberration type, like imaginae type thing?
Before I leave, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Remember Lyndon Skott?
Yeah.
The man who served as your tour guide. He was murdered.
A tragedy. A true tragedy.
What?
Scott's dead? No way. You guys sure about that?
Yeah, the Skott we knew was, a really tenacious opponent.
Sure, if that's a way to put it.
We're sure. Both the ID and genetic information of the deceased match that of Mr. Scott's. You said he was once your opponent?
In a manner of sense.
You don't suspect us, do you? I wouldn't exactly call Skott a friend, but we'd never do anything like that to him.
We'd never kill him, just humiliate him.
Easy there, young lady. I haven't even started asking questions yet.
The interrogation
Of course,
hasn't even begun.
There's no way the renowned heroes of the Express would harm some lowly IPC employee simply because they had a problem.
Definitely, definitely.
More importantly, both of you have solid alibis.
Yep.
The initial results of our investigation suggest his murder might be connected to the Phantasmoon games.
Never can predict the
I'm
Trailblazer.
informing you both of this to warn you to be extremely careful.
Yeah.
The Phantasmoon games are far from a simple game intended for passing the time or relaxation.
Yep, that was made clear last time.
Anyway, I wish you success. Farewell.
Skott. Could he actually... I just can't believe it.
Yeah, it's wild.
But it was Miss Kuchiba who told us, so... it must be true. So, the Phantasmoon games. Pretty frightening, huh?
Yep.
What's your take?
I want to find out the truth. That
Yeah.
is the
Even though
truest
Skott
statement that we
pops
could
up
ever
now and
make.
then to give us a bit of trouble, I still feel bad about him dying so suddenly during the Phantasmoon games like this.
Yeah.
And without even knowing why.
If the killer is here for the Phantasmoon
we talk.
games, they might become our enemies soon.
Yep. Important
the
to find out.
Phantasmoon games.
Hey, what's that for? You're way too young to sigh like that.
Good thing Himeko entrusted this mission to the two of us. Who would have imagined that the Great March herself would be stopped at the doorstep in the very first round? Forget it. I'm not like you. I was never hero material to begin with.
What?
Normally my hands can't even keep up with my brain when I play video games. You're definitely the right person for the Phantasmoon games.
March expressing humility?
It's just
Crazy.
such a shame. We finally get a chance to vacation in Himeko's hometown. And I thought we'd make some happy memories together.
Fool for thinking we could have a vacation. I'll work hard for the both of us. I hope you'll be safe and sound.
The Phantasmoon games may be dangerous, but I hope you'll be safe and sound.
Hey, don't look down on me. I, March 7th, am a top-notch nameless who can hold my own.
There it is.
But look, don't push yourself too hard, okay, you? Remember that we've got your back.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Where are Himeko and Mr. Yang?
Good question.
They must be getting examined and interrogated too, right? Why don't you send Mr. Yang a message?
Okay. Mr. Yang, where are you? Have you seen Himeko? I just finished the Memetic infection screening. Himeko is still here, but I don't know where she went after... Sylvan, I heard Himeko reunited with her father. She seemed rather out of it. I didn't press her for more details. Did you fill me in on what happened back there? A reunion convo that was hard to chime. It was a shocking revelation. Being stuck between them both was so awkward and nerve-wracking. I could have excavated the... Okay. Something about it being cringe. Excavated the entirety of the second Graphia campus. The way my toes curled in intense cringe. You guys really want to hear the whole story? We're all one big family on the Express. It's important to understand what our companions are going through. I'll be waiting for you in that classroom with that ghost you mentioned earlier. Come quickly. That ghost?
Mr. Yang said he wants to hear what happened between Himeko and her dad.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Can't blame him for being curious.
I'm curious too.
I really want to know too.
Yeah, we're all curious. Oh god, yeah, he might be having alarm bells ringing. Who knows, though? We're not quite to anything crazy like that yet, other than maybe she already died years ago, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She's fine. She got better. Oh yeah, the new VA! I have not heard what they sound like yet. I'm very curious to see how they sound.
Let's go buy some snacks together during lunch.
I guess I could have teleported closer. Oh well. Reversing the whole school instead. God, I hope they give us more details on what happened in that conversation, though. I need to know. Hi, Welt. Do you have a voice?
Here. Himeko hasn't mentioned her father at all in the time since I boarded. So, what is going on between them? As you were the only one with her at the time, you're the only one I can ask.
Interesting. Okay, okay. I'm just taking a moment to sort of take in the voice. Decently close, but definitely different. Okay. Definitely gonna need some getting used to, but it's not a bad voice. It's not a bad voice.
Yeah, it really threw me for a sec when you said Himeko's father.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, it's only natural that Himeko has a father, right? Not everyone's like me. Thought out of an ice block.
Fair. So here's what happened. Good, are we going back into it? Yes! A while ago, flashback time. Fuck yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah, I'm curious to see once he gets comfortable what it'll be like.
Came to be remembered as the blood-stained games.
Okay, yeah.
So many parents lost their children. So many people lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himeko.
This is where we left off.
So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
I'm curious to see if this is all misunderstanding or not.
15 years ago, when I made up my mind to join this Phantom Moon Games, my father wasn't with me.
Yeah.
Even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos.
Right.
Strictly speaking, ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in space. So, I would ask you, who bears his name? Who exactly are you?
Please give us an answer. What?
Well, well, well. Look at you. What are you getting so worked up over?
Oh?
Just a joke. A joke. It's been 15 years after all. And you've grown into such a fine young lady.
A
How
joke?
could you expect your old man to recognize you right off the bat?
A joke?
So, what's with that gravestone I saw with your name on it then?
What?
When you don't know if you'll live to see tomorrow, there's nothing strange about getting your affairs in order in advance, is there, Mr. Ryusuke?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Ryusuke.
You haven't been in real life,
with
dude.
your own father. At least call me Dad like you used to.
You haven't been in real life for a while. Hide in the corner. Weird. Okay, Not the way I thought this would go. I feel like there's still probably more to it than that, but
Hold it. And you are...
Finally we're noticed.
Don't tell me. Himeko, is this your child?
In a manner of speaking. Grandpa!
Oh, could you please stop making things worse?
Oh boy.
I haven't seen you in 15 years, and now I'm a grandfather. Wait. Who's the father?
That's enough! You are looking at my colleague. A new generation of Trailblazer. My friend and my companion on the Astral Express. Do you understand now, Father?
We're not that young,
You hear
I
that?
think.
She called me father.
A win's a
Hello there,
win,
my
I
friend.
guess.
Sorry about that. I thought you were Himeko's daughter for a second there.
I got that. Oh my god. Do you not watch the news at all?
You must forgive me. I'm just an old-timer who's lost touch with the times.
Uh-huh.
I'm a painter. Most of my work involves traveling to different segmenta to complete commissions for my clients.
A painter, huh?
Himeko.
Interesting.
I know I've let too many chances to spend time with you slip away.
Just slip away. The first time we met was at Mother's funeral when I was
Damn.
already 6 years old.
Jesus.
Let's
Great relationship.
put that aside for now. Were you also too busy with work when I was suffering from a weathering curse?
Oh? A
You might
weathering
not believe
curse?
me, but I've been running around for your sake all this time. All these years, I've been trapped in this room that represents the past that I imaginated.
What?
And I've never left it.
What?
You didn't know about me becoming the Express's navigator either?
15 years. The Express never stopped here once. You didn't even leave behind so much as a single word to indicate you were still alive. And the Department of Aberration Defense completely sealed off all records of what happened during those Phantom Moon games. I did hear many rumors about the Astral Express, though. I even saw the navigator's name. At first, I thought it was just someone else with the same name.
Of course. Huh.
And even when curiosity drove me to look up your picture, I still didn't dare believe that the woman so full of poise and grace was my daughter.
Uh-huh.
She'd grown up safe, becoming a living legend in her own right.
Yeah, there has to be
thought
something
about
else going
contacting
on
the
here,
Express.
on one side or both.
What if their navigator was just someone who happened to share the same name?
And face.
I've been clinging to an absurd notion that if I never sought the answer, there was still a 50-50 chance my daughter was still alive.
Huh.
But if I found the answer, and it was no, then she would truly be dead.
Huh.
So,
Curious.
Himeko, how did you...
I'd rather not tarry here too long. I'll be taking
Not
my
giving
leave
us
now.
answers.
The Express
I get
has
why not,
defeated
but-
the supplicant that occupied this school and prevented another tragedy like the one 15 years ago. Now it's time for you to fulfill the duties you failed in back then. Go comfort those students. And see if you can't figure out how to deal with the media bombardment while you're at it.
Huh. Interesting.
failed in my duties? So, still mad at me? Can we talk?
Oh? Little one-on-one time?
Sorry, kid. This might be a bit abrupt, but... has Himeko ever mentioned her surname to
Oh,
you?
the surname coming up? She rarely talks about herself. She has never even mentioned her homeland.
I'm a failure of a father. That broke her heart.
Hmm.
But what exactly happened 15 years ago? I can't believe it. She actually survived the weathering curse.
Are we sure about that? What's that?
Have you heard the tale of the legendary painter Graphia, who hid everything on this planet's surface within a scroll?
Uh-huh.
It is said that to achieve such a monumental feat, she made a forbidden exchange, sacrificing both her own life and that of her descendants,
Oh.
resulting in the weathering curse.
And we knew that she
Few
was
descendants
descended from
carrying the
Graphia,
Graphia
so...
bloodline have lived past 30. Most of them wither like flowers while they're still young, skin cracking and peeling like dried paint. Himeko's no exception. She was tormented by the curse for years.
Okay. I'm guessing that what happened is she entered the Phantom Moon Games so that she could become a Haw to end the curse. That's probably why she joined the games. The question of whether or not she succeeded is a big one, though. Because I feel like it's honestly equally possible that she succeeded and won, and just that's like been under wraps because of the chaos of what the last Phantom Moon games were, as was stated by Ryusuke earlier. Or she died, but with such a desperate hope and dream to keep living and to, like, not die, whether at the hands of the curse or the Herald of Death, that it created an imagine that was effectively a ghost of her, but real enough to pose as her, that believed itself to be just her having survived. It's really one of those two for me. And what did you do for her as she suffered?
What I did doesn't matter anymore.
Why don't you tell that to
The elixir
Himeko?
seekers' folk remedies, the intelligentsia's guild treatments. I tried them all, but nothing could reverse the curse.
Nothing.
All the time I spent searching for cures, only resulted in me not being by my side when she needed me the most.
Oh, that's tragic.
In the end, I'm nothing but a useful father.
That is fucking tragic if that's the reason he wasn't around. But you appear to be very healthy. I'm guessing it's because he married into the line of the Graphia, like, lineage?
I'm just a useless son-in-law who married into the family. Strictly speaking, I can't really be considered a Graphia descendant.
She's safe and sound now. Isn't that what matters?
You're right. I just didn't realize it quickly enough. How she got through it, how she survived, none of that's important. What matters is that my daughter is back. That's all I need.
The fact that that line is highlighted, it might just be emphasis being placed on that is what really matters here, is that she is alive, they've reunited, that's what's important. But my paranoid-ass brain goes, what if she's not? What if this is a, like, imaginary copy of her?
If I may ask a small favor, would you mind showing me where my daughter works? I want to make up for all the care I failed to give her all those years. I want to get to know my daughter better.
That's nice. Back to the present.
Truly a memorable father-daughter reunion. Brings up some memories of my own home as well.
Oh? Ooh, well.
There goes Mr. Yang with that knowing look again.
I know you never had a proper
What
father
kind of
figure.
parent-child relationship are we talking about anyway?
When I was a child, my parents were also always busy with work and were unable to spare a moment for me. As a child, I couldn't help but feel resentful.
And then your home got
It wasn't
bombed,
until I
believe.
became a father myself that I understood how they felt when they were forced to sacrifice the time we could have spent together.
Yeah. Became a father myself, though,
So,
hinting to things of his
Did you already
past.
promise to give Mr. Ryusuke a tour of the Express?
You bet I did. How could I possibly refuse?
I thought as much. After all, it's Himeko's dad. So, where is he?
Is he here?
Ah,
Yep.
everyone's here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I'm truly grateful to all of you for looking after my daughter.
Not at all. She's the one who's been taking care of us.
Yeah, I'm still not used to the
Will
voice.
you all be so kind as to show me around?
Sure. Right this way, Mr. Ryusuke.
So, this is the Astral Express.
Yep.
Really lives up to its reputation. It's even more impressive than I imagined.
And this is just
As
one
to be
car.
expected, of course, huh? It's the place where my daughter works. By the way, what's the pay like for a navigator? Does a position come with insurance and an annual bonus?
I don't know if you know what kind of place this
Talk
is.
about parental love. First thing out of his mouth is asking about her salary. Like I'd have a clue. Help! A little backup here.
The Nameless don't have much in the way of income. We Nameless earn at least as much as you do. No, we don't have much in the way of income.
Hey, that's not totally true. We get some spending money every time we stop somewhere.
What? No income? Don't tell me that everyone working for the Astral Express is actually doing volunteer work.
It's more of a way of life than a job.
I mean, I guess you could say that. But actually, it's more like... I'm butchering the explanation. Anyway, it's nothing like what you're thinking.
Mr. Ryusuke, please rest assured. None of the Express crew ever lack for money. We not only receive support from members of the Genius Society, but also from prosperous commercial worlds, such as the Planet of Festivities.
We do have stocks.
Good. Hearing you say that is a huge relief, Mr.
We have
Yang.
shares in the Planet Festivities.
Speaking of which, what kind of work does being a navigator generally entail?
Navigate?
Don't you underestimate Himeko either. Her daily duties include, charting navigation routes,
Yeah.
calibrating warp jumps, and technical maintenance.
Yeah.
Not to mention she's always guiding the Nameless on missions.
Oh, sure about that. Where is she when we're doing
My
missions?
daughter is really something else, isn't she?
Of course! Every time we return safely from a trailblazing expedition, it's all thanks to Himeko's guidance and protection.
Okay.
She's the backbone of the Astral Express.
She wasn't much involved last time, I will admit. Oh, boy. Oh, let me go tell Pom Pom what you just said. Where's our respect? Where's your respect for our conductor?
Hey, come on! You're just trying to stir up trouble.
Yep.
If Himeko's the backbone of the Express, then our conductor is the absolute cutest and hardest working of all. Right, Pom Pom?
Oh? We got a new passenger?
Not quite.
This gentleman does look kind of familiar.
Is it just because he's Himeko's father, or is it for other reasons? This is Ryusuke, Himeko's father.
No wonder he felt so familiar. How are you, Mr. Ryusuke?
Conductor? Oh. So you must be my daughter's superior, huh? Well, thank you for taking such good care of her all this time.
He has a very interesting perspective.
Superior? That's way too formal. It's Himeko who's been taking care of the Express and everyone on it.
She runs the show. There she is.
He's... What is he doing on the Express?
It's all my fault. I was just curious about your daily work, so I asked your colleagues to show me around. And I know I didn't ask your permission first. Just please don't be mad, Himeko.
Mad? Why would I be mad?
With that tone.
Mr. Ryusuke, welcome aboard the Astral Express. Is there anything else you'd like to see? I can show you around.
The hesitation.
I know you'd rather keep your distance from your good-for-nothing father. You're on a journey, and it's rude of me to barge in like this. But it's been way too long since we last saw each other. As your father, I want to get to know you better. Make up for all the time we've lost.
I still don't
At least while you're
100% trust him,
here,
but he seems to be trying.
Please allow me to show you some of the fatherly care and devotion I owe you. Will you?
Excuse me? Why don't the two of you go to the party car? Shush, get the drinks ready.
Shush. All right. I'll go make some tea.
What?
That's just our domestic robot's name. Come on, Father. People are resting here. Let's not disturb them. Oh, and come with us.
Yo, we get to be there. Me? But this is a father-daughter reunion. Shouldn't I leave you two alone? No, we should be there.
I want to talk about the Phantom Moon games,
Okay.
not just personal matters.
Okay. Shouldn't Sunday be there then?
They left. Whoa. That's the first time I've seen Himeko be that cold to anyone.
Huh. I wonder why. Absentee father and
I
all.
hope a drink will help the two of them set aside their past differences.
Hopefully.
If they do argue, I'm counting on you to play peacemaker.
You know us, the peacemaker. Definitely. Huh. Interesting. I like that we're getting straight into this, though.
When it comes to breaking the icy silence between a father and daughter, nothing's better than a cup of hot water.
Hot water? What?
The person who drinks it will yelp, "Hot!" and be immediately met with a concerned, "How could you be so careless?" from the other party. And just like that, the conversation starts flowing.
Good job, Shush.
Friendly reminder, that is not a joke, but a practical ice-breaking tip.
Uh-huh.
Your robot is hilarious. I'm surprised how relaxing and comfy the work environment is here.
He's really focused on it being a job.
Got it. I'll make myself scarce.
Being a nameless is neither relaxing nor comfy. Most of the time, we are facing down Void Rangers from the Antimatter Legion, bugs left by the Swarm disaster, Borisin, and various organizations that are suspicious of the Express or have malicious intentions for us.
That about lines up
That
most of what
dangerous.
we've dealt with.
Maybe this trip home is a great chance to quit your job, huh?
Something tells me no.
Talk about coincidence. Just so happens I'm getting on in years. And Graphia Academy is in need of a new dean.
Don't put her in a school. No, that's a bad idea. She'll die. She dies in school environments.
You know that's not what I meant. Once I've set my mind on something, I never look back. Ever since I was 6, when you told me those stories about traveling through the cosmos, I knew that someday I would walk among the stars.
Really? Okay, childhood dream.
Actually, I was just kidding. I'm not completely clueless about what the Express and what you do.
He's not the best with
but
jokes.
Once I knew the Express was coming, I even bought that comic series that's based on your adventures.
Please don't tell me it's fluffy across the blue. I never thought you'd be into comics.
Oh, a little bit of an icebreaker.
That's right. The protagonist is a baseball bat-wielding raccoon. The character's based on that kid, right?
As an artist, you do have a good eye. Come over here.
They actually had a little bit of a conversation there.
Thanks for giving us some time alone.
Well. God damn it. 1 second. Annoying. Technical difficulties. Joy. I'll fix that as soon as I can. I love that happens right now, mid-stream, rather than, before stream. And I don't think yeah, it's just the, audio stuff. Anyways, don't mention it. At least it happened right alongside a pause point.
That's the first time I've seen you smile since I've seen you this time. So, what brought you back home this time? What's the story behind our
better now
lucky
than
meeting?
later.
Like I said before, we're here for the Phantasmoon Games.
Yep.
So, the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago were the reason you were able to overcome the Weathering Curse.
That's my guess, or one of them.
Indeed.
Okay, that implies that she either won or was on the good side of the winner.
That makes sense. For those of us who haven't experienced the Ionic game firsthand, it's just something from the history books, or even akin to a myth.
But I never imagined that the Ionic game would turn into a blood sacrifice overnight. The Herald of Death was a heartless madman. If I hadn't defeated him then,
Defeated him?
all of Duomension City would have become his slaughterhouse.
Himeko defeated him?
During the first few years of my journey, I relived that evening every single night in my dreams. The color of that twilight, painted with blood.
Huh.
So much blood. Blended with terror and screams.
Huh.
The victims were twisted like clay into grotesque shapes. Like paint tubes that had been snapped, one after the other. And that man,
Oh, yeah. No.
he reveled in the colors splattered everywhere and wanted the whole world to be his canvas.
Okay. If you remember to my stream from the first part of the story, I established near the end sort of a crackpot theory that isn't like one I'm strongly believe in, but just want to bring it up again. That I don't even remember exactly why I made this connection, but there's the Herald of Death. I made a connection between the Herald of Death and Ryusuke, hypothetically. And then here we know he's a painter, and Himeko here is describing what he did as painting on a canvas. Maybe a coincidence? Maybe some of him brushing off on her as, she grew up with a painter dad, even if he wasn't around, so maybe she speaks in that sort of framework. I don't know, it just, my brain jumps there when we learn these two details together. Or rather, detail and then, comparison. But I absolutely agree that if/when Himeko comes face to face with whatever this new version of the Herald of Death is, it's gonna be spicy. Stop dwelling on those memories.
Even if I could avenge his victims.
Right.
It won't bring them back to life.
I need to go back and actually see what my actual full point was, because I've already forgotten.
The entire thing is like a heavy piece of baggage. Only by letting it go can I travel the road ahead more easily.
Yeah. Letting go of your trauma.
Best. And I'm glad to see you made it back here safe and sound.
I thought I'd never come back. But the times have changed. The conditions to hold the Phantasmoon Games have been met again. However, to hold 2 games in just 15 years? That in itself is far from normal.
Yeah.
Just
From
like
what we
15
know.
years ago, the IPC wants to control everything. However, a game woven by the most fickle of eons is destined to slip through everyone's grasp.
Yeah.
I received a report from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'm sure she must also have heard.
Yep.
There's been a brutal incident in Dovebrook District. Someone massacred everyone at the headquarters of the Sinwish Syndicate,
Good to bring this up.
leaving a signature that only the Herald of Death would use. The Bloody Bloom.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, okay, stuff. Dovebrook Times news clipping. Mysterious murder case. Sinwish Syndicate members found dead in pool of blood. Recently, a major homicide occurred in Dovebrook District. A total of 33 members of the Sinwish Syndicate, including Boss Paulwave and second-in-command Costede, were found murdered at the Syndicate's headquarters. The Security Bureau suggests the case appears to be the result of a gang turf war. Crime wave strikes. Dovebrook District gripped by fear. Regarding these incidents, some residents are applauding the news, claiming gang activity has been seriously disrupting daily life in Dovebrook District. However, the vast majority of residents are deeply concerned, since anyone could be the next victim until the case is closed. As of press time, foot traffic on Dovebrook streets has plummeted, with many shops reporting declining sales due to the impact of these cases. Gang infighting or something more sinister? A shocking murder case has cast a bloody shadow over the newly opened Phantom Moon games. Various rumors have added a suspiciously mysterious touch to the incident. Word has it that the Sinwish Syndicate recently acquired a supplicant mask. Could this be connected to the massacre that wiped them out? An IPC worker also tragically perished in the incident. But why would an IPC employee be on Sinwish Syndicate turf in the first place? That is a big question still. Regarding the above questions, I've already contacted the Security Bureau for clarification. The receptionist stated the case is still under investigation. Residents of Planarcadia are advised not to believe or spread rumors, and to wait further official announcements. Curious.
The Herald of Death is still alive.
The Herald of Death is back at the games? Is it really the same Herald of Death as before?
People at the Department of Aberration Defense told me that the Herald of Death was executed after his verdict was passed.
Yeah, I remember something along those
Even were
lines.
he to be resurrected, the rules dictate that the same person cannot become a supplicant twice.
Even if you were
Are
resurrected?
you saying we've got a copycat?
Does that imply
That's The Herald
Imaginate
of
Ghost
Death has a
or
copycat.
something else? Like actual
But what I
resurrection?
find even more worrying is that this Phantom Moon Games has caught the attention of something even more terrifying than the Herald of Death.
What?
I believe that whether or not this Herald of Death copycat has a connection to the Phantom Moon Games, defeating him presents an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate the resolve of the Nameless to the whole of Planarcadia.
Uh-huh. Just as you did all those years ago. I understand.
Exactly. As for you, Dad, have any clients commissioned you lately? It'd be best if you left this world for a while.
May I take that as my daughter showing concern for her dad?
You can take it as a safety advisory from the Astral Express.
A little bit of distance, but
Also,
some concern.
As she has already become a supplicant and joined the Phantom Moon Games, she will have my full support.
Makes sense. As
I'd like her
expected.
to temporarily keep the mask of elation that has been passed down through our family.
What?
Too late for me to raise any objections at this point, right? Sounds good. The mask stays with the kid.
Okay.
Thank you. Would you like another drink?
Got it. Next, it's time to show me the way out, isn't it? I've definitely overstayed my welcome.
Huh.
most of my life, I couldn't be there for my daughter. And now that I finally have the chance, she wants me to leave.
That is the
In that
tragedy
case,
of it.
I'll be on my way. Himeko. The Graphia family has a number of records about the Phantasmoon games, passed down through the generations.
Okay.
Come over to the school library later. I'll give them to you.
I'll be there, Dad.
Calling him Dad. Not just father, but
I
Dad.
apologize. My father's little tour seems to have made things awkward for everyone on the Express.
No, that was nice. That was good.
Let's head to the parlor car and check in on Welt and March. Now that my father's gone, we can all relax a bit.
Just a moment. I want to chat with you. Got an idea regarding the goal of the Phantasmoon games. Oh, but we don't.
Has
Don't
Mr.
hear it?
Ryusuke left?
Curious.
Yes. I told him to head home for now. After all, what is going on with the Phantasmoon games has nothing to do with him. I'm really sorry, everyone, for bringing my personal family matters onto the Express.
That's no big deal.
Not at all. Mr. Ryusuke is your family. And that makes him part of our family too. And the most important thing for family is to be together. So he's welcome to drop by anytime.
You see, us calling him Grandpa
Madam
was
Pearl
actually
sent a message to the
a
Express
heartfelt
just now,
thing.
inviting
Not a
our
joke.
supplicant to a meeting. She'll have a private car waiting for us.
Okay. A meeting with Pearl?
Yes. The meeting won't be held in some stuffy, formal reception room. She would like us to visit and tour the headquarters of a company under her name instead.
Okay.
Himeko, you know about Pearlux Corp, right?
Of course. It's the biggest entertainment conglomerate in Planarcadia.
Right.
Entertainment company.
Everything's entertainment here.
That's right. Pearlux Corp is a titan, dominating the entertainment consumer market, including cartoons, comics, games, toys, and the like. They've cornered half the market.
Damn.
Oh, so that's where the Pearl in Pearlux comes from. It's a play on her name.
Yeah.
Did Pearl mention what she wanted to talk about?
She didn't say much, but she specifically mentioned wanting to discuss the developments regarding the Phantasmoon games,
Okay.
and that she could provide us with a bit of help.
Helping her opponents in the Eonic game?
Suspicious.
Oh, looks like she realizes we are all in the same boat. Perhaps she has also realized that the Phantasmoon games cannot be artificially manipulated.
Maybe. Or maybe
We
she
may
wants to
be able
artificially
get a
manipulate
clearer
them
picture
more.
of Pearl's intentions after we meet with her.
Yeah, that much is definitely the case. Really gonna have me meet with Pearl? You know, I'm not the best with words, right?
Think about it. You've already crossed paths with key figures from numerous factions, and even built rapport with some.
True.
You're already a capable nameless who can more than hold your own. Though she holds a high administrative position on this planet, do not forget, she is also one of the 10 Stonehearts. You've already dealt with Aventurine on numerous occasions.
Yes.
So you should have ample experience handling members of the 10 Stonehearts.
Damn, not even
Hey,
mentioning.
don't worry. If things do get messy, yours truly is here to
Not
save
even
the
mentioning
day.
Topaz.
Looks like March wants to visit too.
I'm just trying to look out for her here. Even if things do go sideways, Pearl wouldn't dare get mad at two adorable young ladies like us, right?
Well then, I'll leave this meeting to you two.
Oh boy.
Aren't you coming
Who
with
thought this
us,
was a good
Himeko?
idea?
I'd like to talk with my father.
Oh.
Didn't he say he would hand over the records about the
True.
Phantasmoon games from
True.
our family history to me? And honestly, isn't this a good chance for you youngsters to handle things independently?
Why are you giving the meeting to
understand.
the two idiots?
In that case, she, March, and I will be heading out now.
You're not even
Oh,
giving one of the
Stuart,
brain cells
a
to
private
us.
car?
Don Hung isn't here.
Where are we getting picked up?
You should be familiar with it. It's just under the giant gate next to the At Plaza.
Okay.
Isn't that where we first met Sparksy? Since
I
we're
guess
getting
that's fair for a
chauffeured
Topaz.
there, why not just come straight to us?
Isn't this the perfect chance to do some shopping? Looks like we're not the only ones getting picked up then.
Perfect! I've been wanting to stop by the comic store to grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue.
I think you already know the story. Alright. Cool. I can fix things. Woo! Wait, I was already there. That and that. There we go. It's fixed. I'm free.
We'll head out when you're ready.
Okay. Let's go. Interesting. I'm very intrigued by Ryusuke as a character so far. I don't fully trust him, but I like how that went.
Look,
that was a very,
store.
very solid
Mind if I grab
interaction.
a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue while we're waiting?
I guess it's less
Is that
accurate.
the comic based on the Express's adventures?
Yes.
The author sure knows how to tap into what's trending.
Yes. I suppose it's less accurate to say I don't trust him as much as I don't trust the accuracy of the circumstances surrounding him and Himeko and the Phantasmoon games. Whether it's on his side or Himeko's, there is definitely more going on than either he or Himeko is letting on or is aware of. I don't know where the like secret is yet. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like the dad vibe on Welt is very fitting, given sort of his role in the Express and also his role back in Impact 3rd as well, once he was older. But, yeah, no, I'm still getting used to the voice.
The best part is that the author drew all of us as adorable little
Truly
animals.
anything is possible.
Totally fits our personas, don't you think?
You're super adorable, Bunny March.
Right back at ya, baseball raccoon.
In fact, it was recently announced that the Fluffy is getting
Right.
an animated adaptation,
Yep.
and the copyright for it is currently held by Pearlux Corp.
It's a super memorable comic. No way can I miss getting a copy while I'm here. I promise I won't be long. A couple of minutes, tops.
Time to get separated.
Looks like we got here on the early side. Since coming to this world, I still haven't had a chance to get a street-level view of the city. How about this? We'll meet up under the ad at the Plaza Gate in a few minutes.
Okay, time for something to go wrong before we
Alright.
meet up.
Sounds like a plan.
Welt immediately books it
Might
for
as
the
well
nearest
take a look around
mecha.
then.
God, okay.
Absolutely insane. Did you see the post I shared?
Oh?
Hey, you hear the news? There was a supplicant battle at Graphia Academy.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it. The online forums are already blowing up.
The supplicant called Sparksy. How terrifying! Actually using live streams to spread memetic viruses. Eons, that's just evil! I can't believe the Department of Aberration Defense is letting someone that dangerous run loose!
I heard her livestream got permabanned.
Yeah,
Good thing that Nameless from the Astral Express acted so quickly.
sure. The conversation is happening here.
Supplicant will do.
Curious.
Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue?
Let me...
Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue?
Sorry, I'm not into comics for kids.
Damn.
They just released the official concept art for that giant pom-pom robot!
Oh, setting that up already.
That mech design is totally unrealistic. What's so great about it?
Do you have the slightest clue how to talk to other people? Do you?
Hey, relax. Now, if we were talking about a fusion between Daybreak Squadron and the Raccoon, that would totally get my attention.
Okay.
Wow! You are unbelievably childish!
Wild little conversation.
Hello
Hello there. Would you like to learn more about the...
And
Is
we're
the
getting
weight
into
of work and
the
stress in
Happy
your life
Smiles
crushing
organization.
you? Check out the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Hello there, Ashvale. Time to get into your plotline.
This free?
Rest assured, the only thing joining our Research Society will cost you is a bit of your precious time. We've set up a venue near Dovebrook, where we offer free psychological counseling and living assistance to all visitors. All our services are provided free of charge.
I had a friend who passed away, and he'd mentioned you before. He told me that if I ever ran into trouble, the kind people at the Research Society would help me.
Your friend passed away? How terribly sad. But the words he left you have illuminated your path in life.
Wild tone to take when saying that.
He told me that if I joined the Research Society of Happy Smiles, I could get rid of my suffering forever and be eternally happy.
I have a feeling he's playing this as undercover. He's playing a role.
Of course it's true. Just look at the society we live in. Everyone's suspicious and dismissive of one another, and willing to take dangerous risks just for a little pleasure, for a thrill.
Yeah.
Did you hear about how a streamer took over
it absolutely is the name of her
and was
cult.
trying to spread a memetic virus through the internet? And over in Dovebrook, gang violence erupted and left a pile of corpses in its wake.
Yep.
Oh, may the Master of Elations save us all. The Research Society was founded with the sole purpose of healing humanity's incurable inner pain. Following Aha's creed, we aim to spread laughter across the mortal coil and eliminate all suffering.
Eliminate all suffering. That's a line I've heard in tandem with a lot of concerning things. No way that's possible.
Of course it's possible! For this is a world blessed by the god of elation, where Aha has granted us the right to happiness.
The right.
Have either of you heard about the tragedy of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago?
Yes. I've heard of it.
Why, of course you have. You're the Astral Express's superstar.
Okay, they recognize us.
You've even dug up everything there is to know about something that happened over a decade ago. There was an awful accident during the last Phantom Moon Games, and many people lost their loved ones and children. It was as if a hole that could never be filled had been drilled into their hearts, leaving only sorrow to accompany them for the rest of their lives.
Is that where the society was made?
Suffering, these people who had lost their loved ones gathered together and established a mutual support association.
Yeah, okay.
This was the Research Society of Happy Smiles' predecessor.
Yeah, no, the way he talks
well
is
over a decade, and the
so
Research
inhuman.
Society continues to help more and more people emerge from the darkness in their lives and step into a brighter, happier future. Come to think of it, it would be most wonderful if a distinguished person like yourself were also interested in our Research Society.
Nah.
Should you find yourself with a moment to spare, please come and visit our Mutual Aid Society.
Okay.
Well, if it isn't the Astral Express's superstar.
Hi.
Of course it's you. Looks like we really were bound to run into each other.
Detective Passerby, what are you doing?
I'm here to do my job.
Okay.
Problem is, you've gone and messed up my investigation.
I had a feeling he was in investigation mode. You're investigating some roadside charity group? Something tells me they're a bit more than that.
Society of Happy Smiles. You think they're just some random charity outfit?
No.
You must have heard about the Sinwish Syndicate killings in Dovebrook, right?
Yes.
The lead I'm following might be connected to this Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Okay.
But I'll stop there. Not like you're going to pay for my intel, and none of this is any of your business anyway.
Yeah. Somehow I knew, but someone I knew died in that incident.
And based on your social circle, you wouldn't be talking about the poor IPC sap who was unlucky enough to be there.
Yep.
Planning
Skott.
to avenge him?
I'm planning on defeating the Herald of Death. That counts as revenge.
Oh. So your next miracle will be executing the Herald of Death. Can't say I'm surprised.
That's a way to put it.
Be careful. The murderer is the Herald of Death. He's dangerous.
He talk.
Oh, thanks for your concern. Oh, be careful. Been a hot minute since anyone said that to me.
Really?
Even so, it's my duty to solve the case. Doesn't matter if nobody pays me.
Huh.
I'll still find the killer.
Interesting.
Exact justice on the spot.
On the spot? Sir? Sounds personal. I know it is, but sounds personal. Why? A friend of yours was among the victims?
A fool I happen to be on fairly good terms with.
Yeah.
Revenge killings or turf wars. Wouldn't be unusual for gang members to die like that.
Yeah.
Dying at the hands of some psycho who kills for kicks. That I can't accept.
Interesting.
No matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change. Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Okay.
Hey, guess which lucky girl just managed to snag the last copy in the whole store? Who's this?
March. Changing the vibe immediately.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ashvale, the famous detective. You could say your friend and I are acquainted through past clashes.
That's a way to put it. We didn't actually fight, though.
We did have a bit of a clash of opinions back at the tavern, did we not?
That's what you meant by clash? Fair enough.
I like how we're just intermittently
First time I've
talking.
ever heard anyone introduce themselves as a famous detective. Mr. Ashvale, why are you staring at me? Is there something weird on my face?
Young lady, you're holding a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue, right?
Ew.
Would you mind giving it to me?
He's a super fan,
Give
right?
it to you? This was the last copy in the store, you know.
I see. Of course. I'm not asking you to give it away for free. I'll pay for it. The retail price is 300 credits. I can pay you 10 times sticker price.
Can you?
3,000 credits. What do you say?
First off, wild that he's wanting
Hey,
that
mister,
for that much,
this isn't
but
about the money.
wild. You don't have that money to spend, as far as we know.
Shelves. True. The last item in stock is like the final slice of cake on a plate. The last prey animal on the plains never fails to stir our urge to seize it before anyone else. So,
His manner of speech is so great.
30,000 credits.
The hesitation.
How about that? That's my final offer. I'm not exactly rolling in money here.
The desperation. Why are you fighting over a comic book with a kid?
Truth is, I'm actually buying it for that foolish friend of mine. The one who died.
Really?
Today is his farewell ceremony. I thought I'd buy him his favorite comic to pay my respects.
You sure about that? I mean, like, that's... I get that if that's the case, but...
He'd always be rambling on about some raccoon with a baseball bat. And how the journey of the express would never end, that kind of stuff. I heard those stories so many times, it felt like my ears were gonna fall off. But, after all that fuss, I completely missed the chance to buy it. Every store around here is sold out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's enough. My poor little heart can't handle sob stories like that. Here, Mr. Ashvale, take the comic.
And now the mask drops.
Thank you very much for the comic, young lady. Here's the 30,000 credits. Ooh, as promised. I heard you're the real-life inspirations for the characters. Since you're here, could I perhaps trouble you to sign it?
Just for my friend, definitely.
Unbelievable.
It's for my friend, definitely.
Aw.
Oh boy. Oh boy. May your journey never end.
Thank you both. If Kostat could see this from where he is now, I'm sure he'd be smiling down on us.
Sure. Sure,
As
my
a token
guy.
of my gratitude, I'd like to give you a friendly word of caution, little girl. I know you plan to target the Herald of Death and cement your heroic image.
Not the only reason, but yeah.
All eyes will be on you during the Phantom Moon Games. At such a public stage, discretion would be wise. Because when the masses see your magnificent miracles and wield your extraordinary power, fear and jealousy could turn their wish power into wish you ill power at the drop of the hat. Forgive the expression, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I think I do.
So, whatever plans you might have for this Herald of Death, why not leave the whole messy affair of revenge to someone who couldn't care less about winning or losing? Like me. Just like this comic.
Interesting.
I'm dead set on getting him.
Okay. You're a supplicant? We know this, but...
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
And he just walks off.
He's just some weird detective who was passing by.
Who is also a supplicant.
It's nearly time for Pearlux Corp to pick us up. We should get going.
Okay. Just a little brush with, good old Ashvale. Okay.
Well, we're here. So where are they? I don't see anyone in IPC uniform.
They're running late?
Maybe they got stuck in traffic on their way over.
Maybe.
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express.
Oh.
It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Okay. Hi there, sir.
Megatron?
Is he gonna fly us over?
I am guard number 100086, created by Pearlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Faerun,
Okay.
said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service.
Hi, Faerun. Wow, a Megatron employee. How cool is that? How long have you been waiting here?
Please, do not concern yourselves with such things. My sole duty
A little
today
bit,
is to ensure everyone reaches Pearlux headquarters safely and happily.
Okay.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest I need to pick up.
Oh? Who's that?
Well, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
Oh my god, he has this dramatic walk-off,
you again.
and then it's him.
Hey, Megatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback while you fly over?
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
Oh? I think they are dating. I sort of forgot about that, but yeah, anyways, okay. Car? Mech car?
Whoa! Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
Yeah.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle, used especially for receiving guests.
Cool. We're really hyping up the car.
Sorry. This might come across as a bit insensitive, but I have to ask. Can Faerun actually fit in the driver's seat?
Oh boy. Yeah, can you fit? How are you gonna drive this thing?
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely.
Okay.
Please, take your seats.
Interesting. Curious. We're here now, okay. There's the pom-pom mech.
Now that is astonishing.
Yes! Welt gets to see the robot!
That's one massive robot!
Big robot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the headquarters of the Pearlux Corp.
Back when Himeko said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building. But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized mecha hangar!
I haven't been to many cons either, but...
You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed as you see it now.
Okay.
To realize dreams that far exceed what consumers imagine has always been Pearlux Corp's core design philosophy.
Wait a minute.
And we have never strayed from it. If any of you are familiar with our company's works, you may recognize this as...
That was Sam. What is Sam's mech doing here? I mean, I guess probably left over from, not Sam specifically, but just the like, whole Legion, because there was a lot of those mechs.
Megatron Warrior Series, the Daybreak Squadron's base of operations.
Fuck yeah, he knows his shit. The mech guy.
Looks like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works.
He's a mech guy.
Now, Madame Pearl would like to invite everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting begins.
Truly an HI3
She has
dream.
arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please, wait here a moment.
Okay.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Well,
even if it's with a
I'll
new
take my
voice
leave.
actor,
This way, Detective.
I'm so glad that Welt is voiced for this.
See you around, everyone.
Oh,
I think most of Welt's geek moments from last patch were not
really?
in the presence of us.
Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
A little bit, but not necessarily.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
Ew, that's a way to put it.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't we explore while we wait for our new guide?
Okay.
Mr. Yang! Over here, quick, come on!
Looks like March's inner explorer has been awakened again. Let's not wander too far this time, shall we?
Okay. Anyways, Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on our company's latest masterpiece, the Stellaron Hunter's Sam statue, faithfully recreated at 1:1 scale from HD footage. It's guaranteed to be 100 times more sinister than Sam themselves. Why are they making merch of wanted criminals that are wanted criminals by their company? Okay, cool, but why does it have a battle-worn finish? Obviously, it's because the Stellaron Hunters stand no chance against the crushing might of the Strategic Investment Department's righteous iron fist. Okay, that makes a little more sense. You guys sell wanted criminal models too? In last quarter's new product poll, we found that the Stellaron Hunters enjoy quite the popularity across the cosmos. Fair. Given such vocal demand from the market, we naturally have to preserve the collective will of our customers. That fucking Worden is doing some lifting. Why did you include your opinion in the explanation? I swear on my own name that my entire explanation is drawn directly from the Interastral Peace Network news archives. Not a single word of fiction in there. You can well imagine how the IPC's reports spin it. Time and again, they heroically thwart the Stellaron Hunters' sinister schemes. Isn't that a violation of their right of publicity? To clarify, there are 2 points of address. Firstly, this is not a depiction of the actual Stellaron Hunter, but a fictional character from Daybreak Squadron versus Sam. And that's not an infringement? Secondly, if the individual in question takes issue with the alleged infringement, they are perfectly at liberty to lodge a complaint against us in the halls of Pure Point's judiciary. In person, of course. Ooh, boy. Wow. Okay. For your people to arrest them? What a despicable tactic. As their friend, I could sue you on our behalf. No. What a despicable tactic. We aim to please. Your recognition fuels our dedication. As for this mech, we've commissioned the renowned prototype artist, Namehor Postpone. Okay, what a name. To produce a scale model collector. It is now available for pre-order. Order now, and you'll have it before the next Amber Era. I'd hope. Wild. Also, I only just realized the objective is check out that huge, awesome robot.
Mr. Yang, isn't this your favorite giant robot?
Engine of creation. Oh boy.
There's no way that's an engine of creation.
Oh, I turned off the audit button.
I saw it. Please, just keep it down. We're here as their guests. We should be careful about what sort of impression we leave.
Internally freaking out.
Looking more closely, it appears many of this Megatron's components were never installed.
Oh?
Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to see it finished, to see the completed Megatron. Imagine how it would look in motion. What a glorious sight that would be.
He says, careful how you act, and then geeks out.
In that case, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Which one's stronger? This giant robot, or that Arahato you designed back when you were an animator?
The references!
Seeing as we're on someone else's property, comparing robots from different works would be most disrespectful to the creators themselves.
One of them's gone to the moon, the other hasn't. Come on, tell us, pretty please. I want to know too. Comparing things as human nature.
Arahato is an animation all about robots, while Daybreak Squadron is a live-action hero drama. The two really cannot be compared.
Oh, what a stereotypically textbook mature answer.
I would love if he piloted a mech.
My days of being a hot-headed young man are well behind me, so please, cut this mature old man some slack, would you? We don't usually come to a place this cool. So why don't the three of us take a photo under this massive Megatron?
Sure, I see him saying that hot-headed young man is well behind me, but surely he's got one big epic speech left in him at some point, right? Surely.
Now we're talking. Let me set the self-timer, so we can all get in the shot together.
Okay. Booyah!
Oh, standing below a huge Megatron like this is just incredible.
Looks like Mr. Yang's still young at heart.
Of course he is. What? Nihilux? What are you doing there?
Where did this extra person in the photo come from?
I wonder.
Ghost? But it's daytime, and there's way too many people here anyway.
Have we considered looking around? Just the nod? Hi! Who's this now?
Who are you?
Wild way to start the character as the new VA, yeah. What? Ma'am?
Wow, this truly is a magnificent face.
What?
Oh, it's nothing like how it looks on the news. Being able to see it up close feels almost surreal.
Uh-huh. You're in my space, ma'am.
Am I too close? Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm not great with personal space.
I can tell. Keep the compliments coming. Oh boy. Oh my god. Keep the compliments coming. Fuck it.
Sorry. It's impossible not to stare at a face this amazing. You'll forgive me, right?
I suppose.
Oh, right. I forgot to show you my ID. Right, here we are. I'm Nihilux, and I work at Pearlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
Oh.
I'm a P-30 agent who works for the IPC.
P-30, okay. How does that compare to Topaz and Aventurine? I forget what ranks they are. How high up the corporate ladder is P-30? Okay, they're asking the questions for me.
Just a slightly higher-ranking workhorse, that's all.
Okay.
Not on the same level as those big shots from the Strategic Investment Department who you folks usually deal with.
She knows what we're up to. Or at least, generally speaking, the...
What brings you here?
Like, level of people we interact with.
Madam Pearl sent me to the lobby to pick you up.
Okay, I had a feeling she was going to be our guide.
All of you are famous super cosmic level heroes whose faces have been all over the news more times than I can count. So of course I recognized you right away and just couldn't help rushing over here to snap a selfie with you.
Uh-huh.
Mind.
I see. Well, then, hello, Miss Nihilux.
Hello everyone. Starting now, I'll be your tour guide, taking you on a comprehensive and in-depth tour to every single must-visit place in this building.
Okay.
From the Megatron Imagenesis that managed to pique Mr. Yang's interest, to Miss March's favorite fluffy across the blue merchandise, I'll reveal all the secrets behind our hottest products.
Okay.
Oh, seriously? I can't wait!
Of course I'm being serious. If there's anything you want to see, learn about, or even get your hands on along the way, anything at all, just let me know.
Okay.
Why don't we head to the gift shop first? I'll get you all some souvenirs.
Huh, alright. Didn't expect this to be how she shows up.
Mr. Yang, you seem reluctant to part with the Megatron. Want to take a few more pictures with it?
I'm just curious. When will this giant robot be completed?
Here's a little spoiler. That's actually part of today's tour. We'd like to invite the heroes of the Astral Express to help complete this Megatron statue.
Actually, I remember that being mentioned in the
Will it be able to move like the
live
other
stream.
Megatrons in Planarcadia once it's done?
That's... Oh, I'm afraid it'll be a bit tricky. You're probably all aware that Megatrons are imaginae driven by wish power, which means they don't actually have any complex machinery inside them.
Yeah.
You know how humans tend to unconsciously imagine inanimate objects as living things that can think and move?
To an extent.
It's this empathetic projection that grants wish power to Megatrons. No,
Yeah.
to all imaginae, giving them life.
Yeah, we know that much. So what's wrong with this giant Megatron, then? I'm thinking that this big old bot ought to be able to move too, yeah?
Think away. But one person's thoughts alone won't cut it. The bigger the imaginae, the more wish power needed to sustain it.
Okay.
We'd need to break free from the mental shackles of impossibility to bring such a massive imaginae to life. That in turn requires stories filled with the grandest of wishes and imaginations that know no bounds.
Okay.
Alas, modern humans think way too practically. People can't help but wonder, how does such a huge Megatron even move? Given how massive it is, why doesn't it just collapse under its own weight? The tiniest
Too
seed of
reasonable,
doubt
too
in the
practical.
giant Megatron, standing tall astride the Earth, becomes nothing but an impossibility. Maybe it'd have a better chance of coming to life in a more primitive society.
Big robot can move.
Truly a pity.
Oh, cheer up! Today's your chance to finish building this massive Megatron. Think of how many robot enthusiasts would kill for this kind of opportunity.
Yeah. Mech building is certainly a big piece of big mechs. God.
The officially licensed fluffy. There's a saying that goes, dreams of wealth, the heart of a hero, and countless efforts all lead to Pearlux Corp.
Uh-huh.
Whether you're a kid or an adult, everyone has their own sweet dreams.
Don't bring up sweet dreams
Becoming
again.
a hero who saves the world from evil forces. Merging with a giant Megatron to unleash awesome ultimate moves. Yeah! Pearlux Corp sells these dreams and makes a killing off of them.
Uh-huh.
If I could have everyone's
had enough
attention,
dreams.
you can buy models of Pearlux Corp's Megatrons in this area. Among them is the best-selling Daybreak Squadron series.
Okay.
Wow, look at this. It's so intricate. No wonder Mr. Yang's got Megatrons on the brain.
I very much envy the kids here in Planarcadia. Back in my day, robot toys were still quite the luxury.
Yeah, well, I imagine because you were...
Seeing
You've been
all
around a
your
while.
eyes light up like that reminded me that I, too, was once young. Back then, there was a stretch when I was so broke that I'd spend ages debating whether to buy a carton of milk from the convenience store. I kept telling myself that I had to work hard so I could get rich someday.
Okay.
So, did you manage to get rich?
I mean, age-wise, he definitely
After
is
years
Grandpa.
of hard work and hustling, at the very least, I'm no longer young.
Sure. You're both young and beautiful.
Oh, aren't you the sweetest? But I do have my secret to staying young.
Suspicious.
That is, lying about your actual age. Keep that in mind, just in case. Now, back to the grind.
Okay.
I wouldn't call it
Cool.
striking it rich, but I'm pretty close to making a sweet little profit.
Cool, Nihilux. Cool.
Oh, don't keep us in suspense, Miss Nyla.
Gotta love a woman who
Just
lies
spill
about
the
her age.
beans. Pretty please.
You might not believe this, but I have some friends who've been trying to create a decentralized digital currency to fight against the IPC's credit system.
She's a crypto bro?
Are these people from Punk Lord?
I can't fucking
That's
believe
right.
she's into crypto.
These people are from the Nomadic Miners faction. They've discovered a way to hijack Noose's computing power for mining and are digging up a limited supply of learned coins. And I have gone all in with everything I got on this project.
Oh no.
I feel like this is a very risky way of doing things.
No, crypto's gonna go big. You know it's gonna go big, definitely. It won't
Life's
crash
full of
ever,
ups
definitely.
and downs, right? The higher the risk, the bigger the reward.
Sure. Diamond hands, you need diamond hands. Oh my god. Also, this is literally Transformers. Oh boy. That... Oh no. Nihilux, no. She is truly wild so far.
Hey, wait. This isn't right. Isn't this Pom-Pom?
It's supposed to be.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's some really fine craftsmanship.
Yeah.
This is a toy model of Alloy King Pom-Pom, which hasn't been officially released to the market yet. But just you wait. You'll see even cooler toys coming up later.
Okay.
Are you sure there's no copyright issue with this thing?
There's an entire comic
this
about
is
this.
Pom-Pom from Fluffy Across the Blue, which is totally unrelated to the Pom-Pom from Astral Express.
Legally distinct. Copyright stuff is really complicated, huh? Yeah.
You got that right. Intellectual property is one of the most complicated things in the world.
I never thought we'd be getting into this conversation.
With the best legal team in the universe at our service, I'm sure all
Oh,
copyright
I would
issues
love
will
if
be
they
a
did
breeze.
something like that.
Unless the IPC wants them to be an issue. Speaking of souvenirs for the Express, I bet nothing could be more perfect than this toy.
But it feels a little
I have a small favor
weird that
to
there was no
ask.
voice there.
Would you mind taking a photo with me by that headless Megatron statue over there? And maybe signing the photo too. I'd love to leave it as a memento for the staff at Pearlux Corp. How's that sound? If you're willing, I can pull a few strings and use my access privileges to give you all the gold-plated prototype of the yet-to-be-released King Pom Pom Alloy Armor 999, the only one in the entire universe. Just give it a thought.
The way she said, just give it a thought. The VA is doing great. As expected of a P-30 agent.
It's nothing, really. When heroes from the Astral Express grace our humble establishment, how could we not offer something special? It would be unworthy of your status otherwise.
It's all up to you.
Come on, let's go.
So fucking goofy. So fucking goofy. Pearlux Corp themed sculpture for taking group photos. You can get behind the sculpture and place your amazing face in an appropriate spot. Adjust the camera to a suitable angle, and you'll look like a Megatron warrior.
Man and Megatron in perfect harmony. Ready to take a photo?
I guess. So fucking goofy. So incredibly goofy.
I love this one so much. I suddenly have this selfish urge to keep it all to myself.
Uh-huh.
And don't forget about that exclusive gift you promised.
Yeah.
You bet. In fact, I'll throw in a normal edition for each one of you as hush money. Come on, let's head to checkout.
Hush money? You're not making me trust you.
You watch Daybreak Squadron 2?
Oh my god. That's a line.
How are you doing? It's my pleasure to serve you.
I'd like to present each of our 3 distinguished guests from the Astral Express with an Alloy King Pom Pom toy model as a gift.
Sure, you got it. For the gift expense record, could you please provide your employee ID?
Please charge these expenses to this employee ID.
It's not gonna be hers, is it?
This is Madame Pearl's ID number.
Why does she have that? Pearl's ID number?
After all, you are esteemed guests invited by Madame Pearl herself. It would only be fitting for the gifts to be presented in her name.
And that way I don't have to pay for it.
I see. Please wait a moment.
Oh boy.
Your Alloy King Pom Pom is all packed up. Would you like to take it with you, or shall we use our delivery service?
Since we still have the tour to go through, please just have it delivered to the Astral Express.
God. Wild.
No problem. Hope you enjoy your visit here.
Alright.
Now that the gifts are done, I'll take you to the Megatron Design Lab.
Okay.
This is the part I've been looking forward to the most.
Of course it is.
The Trailblaze.
Of course he's most looking forward to the construction.
Ah! You're the...
Oh?
No way! You're Miss Raccoon!
Yeah?
No, that's not right. You're oh! From the Astral Express!
That's a good way to cover up the name.
And is Miss March Bunny herself here, too?
Hi. I actually prefer to be called by my real name, March 7th. This is Mr. Yang.
How lucky to meet 3 members of the Express crew at once! I'm a huge fan of you all, especially my senior. I haven't missed a single episode of Fluffy Across the Blue, and I've even bought all the collector's editions.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how could this guy say he likes you more than me to my face? Good thing I'm not that petty.
Definitely not petty.
Don't worry, March. It's hard to tell if people in this world love the real Express crew or Just the cute animal crew from the Fluffy.
Yeah.
I don't just follow the Fluffy series. I've been keeping tabs on all your adventures in Bellabog, the Cienjo, Penacony, and Emphorius. Though, it's such a shame there's so little video footage of the Emphorian War online.
I wonder why.
Oh, right. I just rewatched the scene where the Trailblazer embarked on another trailblazing expedition in Holy Grail Stay Night. Oh, your speech was so inspiring.
The amount of times that the Fate crossover actually gets referenced is wild to me. You're making me blush.
Oh, right. I have a precious trash can in my collection at home. If I'd have known I'd meet my senior today, I'd have brought that can with me.
Why is he calling us his senior?
I ask for your autograph? If that's okay with you. Just sign my clothes, please. I'm never gonna watch this ever again.
That would be wild if the next collab
like me from 10
is
minutes ago, kid.
just also
Don't worry,
Fate.
she won't fly away just yet. As for you, you've been chattering away nonstop. How about giving us a proper introduction so that your idol gets to know you better?
Sorry, I got way too excited. I'm Warrior Cinderborn from Daybreak Squadron. And my real name... Well, my real name doesn't matter. Just call me Cinderborn.
Okay.
If you're not in a hurry, would you mind chatting with me for a bit?
Wild. I actually don't know much about Daybreak Squadron.
Daybreak Squadron is the most popular superhero drama in Full Wish TV's Megatron Warrior series, following the story of young heroes fighting alongside Megatrons against the Shadow Slither to save Planarcadia.
Of course, Welt knows everything about
I never
it.
expected Mr. Yang to be so familiar with our story's background.
Mechs.
After
big
all,
robots.
I'm a loyal fan of your show.
I'm truly honored.
So what do you usually get up to around here?
I'm just a small-time actor, playing a hero on TV. And like my senior's deeds inspired me, Daybreak Squadron has also motivated people to fight against all challenges in real life. Recently, Full Wish TV got approval from the Department of Aberration Defense. So now, the magical Megatron Daybreak Warriors from the show can operate in reality. My friends and I are just honored to fight alongside the real Bullet Worm.
Sorry. I didn't quite understand that. So, are you still an actor or not?
Yeah.
How should I put this? My teammates and I are both actors and real masked heroes.
Wild.
Whenever disaster strikes the city or evil threatens citizens, we show up alongside Megatron warriors to protect everyone.
Crazy. What brings you to Pearlux Corp today?
I'm here today to test a Megatron's performance and do some advertising shoots while I'm at it.
Makes sense.
Full Wish TV and Pearlux Corp have always been partners. Even the squad's transformation Megatron is imaginated by Pearlux Corp.
Imaginated.
The more popular Daybreak Squadron's drama becomes, the more wish power flows into the Megatrons, making the squad shine even brighter in reality. And the more active they are, the better Pearlux Corp's model kits sell. It's a perfect, virtuous cycle.
Sure. Shouldn't we continue with the tour now?
Oh, sorry for taking up your precious time with all this chit-chat. If the crew hasn't visited the combat testing area yet, I'd like to volunteer myself as my senior's opponent for the test. If that's all right with you.
Is that really okay? Wouldn't it cause damage to the place?
Well, of course I know your bat could send us all flying with a single hit. This time, we'd like to invite you to experience synchronized Megatron combat.
Okay.
The hero of the Astral Express gracing us with guidance and Leaving some data would surely make the staff here very happy.
Oh, what perfect timing! The combat testing area is also part of today's tour.
Okay.
That's the way to fame for ya. Don't let down those kids who look up to you.
Honestly, that's my weakness. I can't allow myself to let adorable kids down.
Sure, that's our weakness.
First, have everyone take part in the assembly process for the Megatron in the control room.
Okay.
Then, using this Megatron as a template, we'll build a smaller unit for her so she can try out the combat test program.
Alright.
So, follow me, everyone.
Wild little detour this is. This is so fucking goofy.
This is Pearlux Corp's Megatron Imagenesis Design Lab.
Okay.
15 years ago, the first Megatrons of Planarcadia were born here, and they immediately gained widespread social influence upon their debut.
15 years ago.
Today,
It's always
Megatrons
15
have
years
become
ago.
the most common and iconic symbol throughout the streets. You could say that Megatrons are the first and currently only Imagine that can be mass-produced on assembly lines.
Okay. I doubt this will happen, but just with them mentioning 15 years ago and that obviously making me think of Himeko and the last Phantom Moon games, I just had the wild thought of what if a, like, new fancy version of Himeko, playable-wise, had her getting a massive mech or something. That would be fucking hype. Does Planarcadia really need that many Megatrons? Pearlux Corp have changed Planarcadia.
Imagine such as Megatrons, which can be produced and discontinued at will, are the
Discontinued?
perfect residents for Planarcadia, and perhaps the perfect IPC employees too.
The discontinued part is
In
concerning.
some people's eyes, being able to create an infinite army of Megatrons would be even better.
That's also concerning.
Say, dear guests, do you know what the first step is to creating an Imagine in Planarcadia?
Drawing the physical form?
As expected of the Nameless, you're quite knowledgeable about the customs and culture of the world you've set foot in. Drawing the physical form means humans using brushes to give shape to fictional beings, which was originally the domain of professional artists. But here, collective creation and standardized Megatron blueprints have replaced traditional artwork, improving standardized workflow efficiency and reducing wish power resource waste. In short, this is the industrial revolution everyone's chasing.
Almost everything about that sentence hurts my soul.
Genesis. The skill is magical as this. Could be industrialized. I'm at least starting to admire the idea.
No, March, don't do it. No.
That's nothing. Our company aims to create 2 billion Megatrons for social production and public services
Yeah,
before
it's
Arcadia
fucking
calendar
AI again.
2030. And that includes special combat Megatrons like the Daybreak Squadron.
That's a staggering number. But can the wish power of the people here really sustain so many Imagine?
That's why Pearlux Corp keeps churning out animations and hero shows one after another. In other places, these are just entertainment. But here, they're legit breeding grounds for spiritual energy.
Huh.
All
Yeah.
of this shall serve Madame Pearl's grand goals and ideals.
Curious.
All right, back to square one. First step, let's go print the Megatron structure blueprint.
All right.
Please adjust the Megatron design parameters according to your needs.
Okay. Let's go with preset parameters.
Megatron assembly blueprint updated. Processing. Printing.
While waiting for the blueprint to generate, it suddenly hits you. This is just a trial project.
Could it be that no matter how much I adjust it, the final printout always comes out exactly the same? Your suspicion makes sense. But please answer my question first. Which do you prefer? The sense of achievement that comes from hard work, or the convenience of getting things done easily?
Can't I appreciate both? Yes, I want them both! I want convenience, but the achievement of hard work.
You got that right. The fully automated Imogenesis blueprint design system perfectly matches your needs. You can meticulously adjust every parameter, or just hit one button to skip it all, and the automated system will always produce results that meet the standards.
Oh, my
Amazing, right?
my artistic
Just like
soul.
how the inventors on planet Skrullum used to ask themselves, if all their inventions were already pre-recorded in the Supreme Punch Tape, what's the point of inventing in the first place?
For the sake of it?
Printing complete. Please
For the
retrieve
whimsy?
blueprint.
What you just said is the answer. It's not about the results of creation, but the elation we experience in the process.
Okay, I can get on board with that, but everything surrounding it. I can get on board with the elation of the experience, but my soul, my very being.
Oh, hello. But please, show me your Megatron assembly blueprint. No problem. The blueprint has been recorded. The Megatron parts are ready to go.
All right.
Hope you enjoy the experience.
Mr. Yang, you're not coming along?
No. March and I will just watch you play from the side.
Really?
Now then, please follow my guidance to complete the Megatron assembly.
True, yeah. No,
This
they have been
experience
talking
mainly
about
involves
AI stuff
assembling
for sure.
3 parts: the arm, the shoulder armor, and the Daybreak blade on the back of the Megatron.
Okay.
Go for it, little raccoon! Assemble the Magico Megatron Daybreak warriors and save our city!
Get into it a bit, Nicholas.
I'm heading out.
Oh boy. Let's do it. Let's make a giant robot. This is quite goofy. Okay. Let's do it. It's mech building time.
The first step of assembly is to remove each part from the frame, one by one.
Yep.
Nippers, hobby knife, sandpaper, sanding stick. Pearlux doesn't provide any of these. But don't worry, the explosive device will solve all your problems.
Of course.
Just step on it, bravely.
Oh, right, you drop through the bottom of these, right. Of course the best way to do this kind of delicate work is through
But it
explosives.
leaves no burrs. And that's the magic that we at Pearlux Corp are so proud of.
Okay. Give me the coins there. Uh-oh, no, I didn't want to be stuck to the wall, damn it. Anyways, just gonna jump that way. Give me the coins. I want the coins. Maybe not the most efficient way to do this, but oh well. Okay. More explosives. There we go. For the next part. Where does this go? Okay. Goes down here. Okay. Interesting. I see. If I do that, I can get in here. There we go. And then we step on this button and we hit that. There we go. Let me in. God damn it. There's a button and platforming. There's a button.
Next, please activate the mechanical maintenance arm. and align it with the shoulder joint base to connect the arm.
There we go.
Good. We're done with the arm for now.
All right.
Next, activate the mobile maintenance rack and adjust the mech armor to the shoulder armor panel position.
All right. Ooh, coins. It's a little something to God damn it. To entertain us while we let it turn. Elevator. There we go.
Just like before, the first step is to remove the parts from the frame.
Well, this is elaborate.
Artificial gravity field adjusting. Please exercise caution.
The coins. Let me get the coins. There we go. Might have missed something up there. Oh.
Activate the thruster and push the shoulder armor towards the unit interface.
Okay. There we go, and... Oh, did I mess up getting that? Oh. There we go. Nice little secret. Let me in. Don't fucking grab the roll. There we go. There's the shoulder, now just the sword,
beautiful.
right?
Absolutely beautiful. This giant Megatron is truly the soul of Pearlux Corp.
Uh-huh. Time for the big sword.
Now, for the final part. Please install the Daybreak blade on its back.
All right.
Aim at the mounting point on the back. And fire! Awaken! Daybreak blade!
God. Fucking goofy.
Mission accomplished. The colossal Megatron you built with your own hands will now stand proudly in the center of this hall.
Okay.
The great hero of the Astral Express has graced this place, left behind a blueprint, and even contributed their own inspiration to the completion of the Megatron statue. What outstanding promotional material this is for the marketing department.
Uh-huh. Very, very goofy.
A new hero is born right here.
Oh boy, are we going inside?
Raccoon and become the guardian of Planarcadia.
What the fuck is happening?
Powerful wish power supply entity detected.
Are we in the mech?
Initiating link.
Are we in the fucking mech? We entered the
Megatron
robot?
Synchronization rate 15%.
We got in the fucking robot.
Assembly complete. Could the next step be?
That's right. With the completion of the Megatron assembly, it's time for some heart-pounding combat.
Okay.
Megatron synchronization rate 39%. 42%.
Your little fanboy, Cinderborn, is eagerly awaiting some pointers from you. While we can't power up this big guy, I've printed a small unit. Now it's time to show you how a Megatron fights.
All right. Yo, the music. They had so much fucking fun with this. You can truly tell they like big robots.
Merged with the Megatron? Where am I now?
Mech battle, mech battle.
Why, of course. It's the combat testing sandbox.
Let's do it.
Look, those dazzling colors are like an express train traversing through the stars. Full body armor, a steadfast shield. What a powerful strike!
Jesus Christ.
Our hero got blocked by a illegal building. City, what are you doing?
No, this is...
No choice left. Smash it to pieces, hero!
This is so fucking goofy.
Just focus on dealing with the city's crisis and let Madame Pearl worry about the compensation.
Uh-huh. This is fucking
City
insane.
has made it through the worst of it. Hero, do we stop or wipe out the monsters entirely? Hero, you decide.
Jesus Christ. Oh, so fucking goofy. Don't worry about the property damage. Oh,
The
God.
monsters that were hunting.
So fucking goofy.
Could it be the one and only Trailblazer of the Astral Express walking towards us?
That's right. Please call me the Galactic Baseballer.
Galactic Baseballer! We've been expecting.
Although the giant shadow crisis in Duomension City has been dispelled, the real battle for you and the Daybreak Squadron is only just beginning. As the old and new generations of superheroes, you will face off here to determine the victor!
Okay.
Forged by raging fire, burn away the darkness, the star that sets the world ablaze! Blaze Weaver!
They really are going all out.
Skies, flames of lightning! From the blue heavens descend, Azure Wing! Ka!
Oh my God. This is so fucking indulgent.
The radiant bow of hope, Storm Lance!
This is so fucking indulgent.
Unyielding blade of steel, edge that never fades. Cinderborn, you can do it, friend.
Darkness wanes, and dawn awakens! The Daybreak Squadron, arise!
Oh my God. Oh boy, where are we in the story now?
This is an official challenge from the Daybreak Squadron.
Oh, it absolutely is a bit of Power Rangers, a bit of just mecha stuff,
If we
a bit of like
we hope you'll
Sentai
accept our
stuff.
invitation to become the honorary Phantom 5th member of the Daybreak Squadron and help us safeguard the peace of Planarcadia.
Yeah, we're the classic like extra member that shows up after a while. Oh boy. Don't worry, I won't lose.
Ha ha! I admire your confidence.
Why does Blue show short?
Hey, Greg, didn't you have something to tell your hero? Now's your perfect chance.
Uh-huh.
My friend, you know what? Every time I transform into a Megatron, I imagine I'm you.
Parasocial much?
I think about what you would do when facing danger. It is your adventure stories that give me strength.
That's nice, but...
So I'll give it my all from now on. Please don't hold back.
God, yeah, huh? Alright, in that case, let me give you some pointers.
Now then, let's settle this on the horizon where the vengeance moon rises!
This is insane. Oh, it's an actual fight, okay.
Let the two of us see what you're made of.
How the fuck does this work?
Come on! One and only Trailblazer?
Let's enhance, I guess? Interesting, so we block and get some attack boost. We get one if we do a normal attack as well, okay. This is so fucking goofy. Okay, and then we do a big move when we have 4 stacks. Interesting. so silly. I imagine this is probably going to be related to, like, event stuff, is my guess, more than anything. Very goofy, though. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's just go for the stack up of the big move. There we go.
So powerful.
Alright, let's just do some normal hits for now, because we're almost there.
Boss, great. I'll leave the rest to you.
There we go.
The honor is mine to cross blades with you.
And get blasted.
Back down.
Alright. Let's do a little bit of that. Very basic kit we have here. And then I'll throw a hit at them. Ow. Just keep hitting, because now we'll have our big move. Whoa! Jesus Christ.
Even the invincible little raccoon is reaching her limits.
No, we're not
Listen,
done yet.
Those are the people's wishes. Power converging as one. That is limitless possibility.
I can't believe.
Everyone's wishes. I've received them all.
I can't believe how much fucking effort is going into this. What the fuck? A full cutscene? Oh my god, this is indulgent. I mean, I love it, but god, is it indulgent. Oh my god. Is this what they were doing all this time? Is this what the extra 2 weeks from the, like, 3.8 gave them?
You really got into character. That was some great acting. Huh? Were we just fighting in a film studio? Don't tell me you actually thought you were fighting them in a real city. That ain't gonna happen. Madame Pearl's insurance fund would collapse.
Yeah, I imagine.
It doesn't matter if it was a real fight or a fake one. What matters is your experience. Did you have fun?
I'm so incredibly curious if this is gonna have any relevance to the plot. Oh boy, sure, yeah, it was good.
The
It
user
was
gave
fun.
us a 5-star review. Thank you for your kind feedback. Your satisfaction and approval are our greatest motivators. Looks like the Daybreak Squadron is waiting for you. You gave them quite a combat lesson, it appears. Why don't you go share a few words with those youngsters?
Okay. I hope Welt in a mecha becomes real. For his sake.
As expected of my senior, that was awesome! My life is now complete.
Calm down, man.
Before joining Daybreak Squadron, Gray had always been your fan.
Uh-huh.
That kid knows every story about the Astral Express like the back of his hand. And he's always looked up to you as his role model. Even as his leader, I'm nowhere near as important to him as you are.
Uh-huh.
Huh, what an amazing battle! Well, more than beating you, we were hoping Gray would leave a lasting impression on you. After all, being remembered by their idol is the highest form of praise for a fan, isn't it?
Oh boy. I will remember this battle today.
Oh, I'm already satisfied. Just knowing that the name Cinderborn will remain in my senior's memory.
It's a shame, though. If she really could become the 5th member of our team, our recognition would rise even further. After all, many people still think we're just playing hero.
I wonder why.
That's only because we haven't done anything truly heroic yet.
Don't worry. Given the state of Duomension City, a mind-blowing crisis is bound to happen sooner or later, and that's when we'll get our chance to shine!
Don't wish that upon the city.
Yeah, just yesterday, I rescued 5 people from a gas explosion!
What?
Hope they recover soon. And spread the word about how awesome Daybreak Squadron is!
I'm getting concerned.
There you go again. Casually saying the strangest things.
Yeah.
Like the Astral Express. We don't need to act to prove something so long as we stay true to our own path. Sooner or later, Daybreak Squadron will be recognized by everyone.
That's the mentality for it.
Silly you. Is the Astral Express all you ever think about? Why don't you just go join the Express as one of the Nameless?
I mean, you
Come
could.
on. Don't make fun of me. I'm still just a rookie. How could I possibly be worthy of boarding the Express?
No, it definitely has
fighting
similarities.
alongside seasoned veterans.
It's almost as if both of them are plays on the same kinds of stuff. So long as you stay true to your own path, you guys are all remarkable heroes.
Anyone who perseveres in their own life is a hero indeed.
Oh my
Thanks
god.
for your guidance, Trailblazer. And lastly, I wonder if you could take a picture with the rest of us.
Okay. Sure.
Trailblazer, please, take a photo together with us!
The delivery on that line.
Oh, my senior's so close to me that my heart's beating like crazy.
Dude, calm down.
3, 2, 1.
Darkness wanes and dawn awakens. The Daybreak Squadron arises.
Wild.
Time's about up. We should meet with Madame Pearl now.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Want to say goodbye to your big fan before we go?
Okay. Bye-bye, my guy.
Blue, yellow, you guys were amazing back there. If we record this for promo material, we'll definitely get a ton of new followers. If only we could have beaten the Nameless. Oh, we were actually so close during that Megatron fight.
What
He's
are
so
you
fucking
talking
hyped
about?
up.
There's no way we could have beaten the Trailblazer.
Well, it's not entirely impossible, I'd say. Ever since I converted, I feel like both my mind and body have become so much lighter.
Converted?
Gray, you really should join us and do the same.
Converted.
Gray, being a masked hero means facing all kinds of dangers. You'd definitely feel pretty bad if you couldn't contribute your strength to the team when we needed you the most. Oh, looks like your idol's here to see you. We'll wait for you backstage. Gray.
Yeah, you gotta admire them having fun, but
Senior?
the wording of "since I converted" is concerning. That's suspicious. You good? Sorry I didn't go easy on you just now.
Huh? Why the sudden apology? It's fine. It was no surprise that you took us down without breaking a sweat.
The first thing that comes to mind with the converted line is the Society of Happy Smiles,
I'm
honestly.
always hesitant, whether in combat or dealing with life. Even though I know I can never become an amazing hero like you, I've
Not with that attitude.
always been trying my best to get closer to being like you.
Okay, that's a good way of thinking
It's a
about
bit
it.
embarrassing to admit, but no one ever taught me the principles of how to live and behave growing up.
Oh.
I dropped out of high school pretty early and started hanging out with street gangs.
Oh, wow.
Every time I threw a punch to intimidate someone, I thought I was being a hero.
Huh.
But when I saw how scared those people were, I had this nagging feeling that maybe I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, fair.
Later, when I read about the Astral Express story online and learned about your legendary deeds, I finally understood what it meant to be a true hero. Looking back at how immature and awful I was, I made up my mind to leave my old organization.
Okay.
Now I too have a chance to become a hero like you. Together, with my brothers and sisters in the Daybreak Squadron, I can bring happy smiles to the residents of Planarcadia and protect them whenever danger appears.
Interesting wording, huh? Bring happy smiles? Have you recently converted to a new group or organization or society, perhaps? So there is a reason we're setting all this up. They're going to be tied to the Society of Happy Smiles. The Society of Happy Smiles is going to be tied into the main plot as an antagonist figure, even if it's just for this arc, and probably the Daybreak Squadron will be their attack dogs. Okay, that's what I'm thinking right now. And it'll be tragic because Cinderborn is making all this, like, connections with us.
I don't have the immense strength like the Express Nameless. I don't even have any special talents. Maybe I've chosen a path that doesn't really work for me.
Don't let that self-doubt control you. Even if you've accidentally stumbled into a cult, don't let self-doubt control you. The desire to fight for others is a strength in itself.
I don't want to give you empty platitudes about humans triumphing over fate.
That's for other times. That's for other
things. I do believe that while kindness isn't something you can learn,
that's for when a cat is around,
is something you can acquire. Your desire to fight for those around you, and your wish to bring smiles to others, that's your greatest strength.
Thank you, Trailblazer. Thanks for listening to my ramblings.
Let me give you my autograph.
Could you please sign that famous line?
Rules are made to be broken.
That's the one. That's exactly it.
Rules are boundaries. And anyone who pushes beyond those boundaries becomes, in a sense, one of the nameless.
I do hope that if I'm right...
I'll remember today for the rest of my life.
That Cinderborn here...
Goodbye, Trailblazer. I hope by the next time we meet, I'll be a true hero just like you.
I do hope that if I'm right about how the story's gonna go, and the, like, Daybreak Squadron are sort of the combatants of the Society of Happy Smiles later on, I would hope / not be surprised if we have a dramatic sort of last act turnaround where Cinderborn realizes he's in the wrong, turns against the rest of his team to do the right thing type shit. I feel like that's the classic move. Also, it would explain why they set up one of them so much more than the rest.
Well, that about wraps up today's tour. After seeing everything, what do you think?
Looks like I've got quite a few fans.
You're only realizing that now. That's your greatest advantage in joining the Phantasmoon Moon Games.
Yeah.
A story that's already spread far and wide.
Definitely helps. Pearlux Corp's influence is truly something else.
Indeed. Rather than the power to rule this world directly, that individual draws even greater strength from Pearlux. The stories and dreams spun by this enterprise are capable of steering the future of Planarcadia and of serving as the cradle for new imaginae. Madame Pearl is waiting for you at the top of this building to discuss matters regarding the Phantasmoon Games.
All right.
Let me give you a little reminder. The rules of Phantasmoon Games have never required any competition between supplicants.
God, it's been so long since I've watched any Power Rangers, I barely remember any of it, but that is a very classic kind of storyline from it. You seem to be well-versed in this.
As an IPC employee, I've said far too much. Your friends are waiting for you in the hall. You should go meet up with them.
Okay.
Don't keep them waiting too long.
Of course. Curious. Anyways, I wonder what Welt thinks of what we were up to. Hopefully he got to see the mech fight. Yoink.
Over here! Over here!
Oh, I have such a good sense of direction, trust me.
Mr. Yang and I watched the whole thing on the screen.
Cool. Okay, they got to see.
Not only did you assemble the Megatron and give autographs to your fan, but you also got to live out your superhero fantasy. Did you have fun?
I'd say so. It was goofy as hell and indulgent as hell, but yeah.
Mr. Yang's looking at you with such loving eyes, like a parent watching a kid riding on a carousel at an amusement park.
We're fulfilling his dream.
Indeed. Seeing her so happy reminds me of my younger self. Those were the days.
What are you talking about? Mr. Yang, you're still as young as ever. Oh, right. We've been wandering around here for ages and seen everything there is to see. What's this Madame Pearl really up to?
Yeah.
I understand everything she wanted to show us. There are just a few questions I'd like to confirm with Miss Nyalux.
Okay.
Miss Nyalux? Wait, where did she go?
Yeah.
Ah, there you all are. We've been looking everywhere for you.
Really?
The Secretary's office sent Agent Feld here to keep you company while you wait, but he said he couldn't find any of you.
Oh. Just as I thought. That woman seems pretty suspicious.
Wait, if Mr. Feld is the one who's supposed to meet us, then who is Miss Nyalux?
Yeah.
Miss Nyalux? Who?
How did she have Pearl's ID?
Nyalux, an IPC ranking P30 who works at Pearlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
Another fucking
P30?
fake guide.
Imagenesis Technology Department? Since when did Pearlux Corp have an Imagenesis Technology Department?
Damn.
Could she be some kind of corporate spy who snuck into the building? Oh, this is a real mess. What are those security guards even doing? Distinguished guests, are you hurt? Or did she trick you into giving her money or anything like that?
No, she got us stuff, sort of. Oh, just gave her an autograph photo.
This lady seemed totally legit.
I don't know if legit's the
She smoothly guided
word.
us around the place like a pro. I thought she was one of your people.
I need to report this to security right away. She can't have gone far. Let's catch her in the act.
Yeah. How did she have Pearl's ID?
Thank you for your help. Astral Express crew, Madame Pearl has been waiting for quite some time.
Okay.
If it's convenient, shall we head out now? I'll show you the way.
All right.
Please inform Madame Pearl that the 3 guests from the Express will arrive shortly.
Huh. Curious, curious. She definitely knew her way around.
Pearl demonstrated the full process of creating a Megatron army.
Cutscene?
I saw.
Didn't expect a cutscene right away. Whoa! Ooh, I love the look of this place. Okay, it's gone. Hi, Pearl. Huh.
Hello, guests from the Astral Express. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, hi.
Thank you for your gracious hospitality, Madame Pearl.
Yeah, lots of cutscenes in those 2 weeks, I guess.
I understand there was a minor incident in the lower lobby involving someone impersonating a Pearlux employee.
Yeah.
I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment.
We're fine. Don't worry about us. But how are things with you? Did you lose any valuable tech? Blueprints? Or top secret information?
No, Pearlux's data firewall remains untouched, and all assets under security network surveillance are intact. The only change is an additional expense claim under my employee ID.
Curious.
Never mind. I can make a preliminary assessment that this was the result of someone's momentary impulse.
Uh-huh.
Lately, mishaps have been piling up, like dark clouds before a downpour, casting shadows of uncertainty
Yeah, definitely
over my
not
plans.
Tommy Mats here.
Could you be referring to the Herald of Death?
Yeah.
33 citizens were found dead in the Dovebrook district. In addition, an IPC specialist assigned to negotiate the purchase of a mask of elation died in an unexpected incident.
So that's what
This
Scott's
party
role
has made
was.
overt threats to public order and is clearly challenging the IPC. My intuition tells me this is only the
That
beginning.
explains why Skott was there. Huh.
Managing capital and managing a corporation share one thing in common. That is, an aversion to risk and a pursuit of stability. And I bear both responsibilities. As the executive officer of Planarcadia, I bear an inescapable responsibility for the safety of this world. As one of the 10 Stonehearts, I hope to bring the Phantom Moon Games to a swift and safe conclusion.
Good luck with that.
Rather than staging another dangerous battle, like what happened at Graphia Academy, I hope the supplicants can show the people of this world miracles of joy and happiness, instead of sorrow and rage
That would
during
be
the
nice.
Phantom Moon Games.
But we have a murderer on the loose.
Therefore, I'd like to hear the Express's request. Trailblazer, please, tell me,
Oh?
what's your ultimate goal for joining the Phantom Moon Games?
Good question. What is our answer? Before setting off, you spoke to Himeko about your goals for the Phantom Moon Games.
You mentioned earlier that you wanted to talk about the Phantom Moon Games with me?
Yeah. About our final request.
I'd like to talk about our ultimate goal for participating in the Phantom Moon
Right,
Games.
yeah, we did have this conversation off screen.
Got something in mind?
I think the rules and rewards for the Phantom Moon Games are a little too vague.
Yeah, fair.
That's exactly what I thought when I joined the games 15 years ago. These games allow supplicants to do anything, good or evil.
Yeah.
As a result, everything that unfolds in the course of these games exists beyond control. What's more vague is what can winners do when they share the power of the elation? According to legends and historical records from Ahatopia, victors typically first witness the manifestation of Aha themselves.
Okay.
They listen to the victor's wishes and grant them permission to use their power. And the applications of this power seem to be boundlessly vast.
It's the Tower of an Aeon, after all.
When faced with countless choices, the situation becomes even more thorny than having no choice at all.
Huh.
Sometimes I wonder if we had agreed to become the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance, how would this trip have turned out?
Definitely would have been different, but not necessarily better. I want Aha to be the leader? What?
If I win, I'll give up sharing Aha's power and ask them to be the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
Wild.
That's such a hilarious idea. I can totally picture
Ask a
it.
god to be the head of the alliance. What? I'm dead serious?
I get it. That's actually a brilliant idea.
What does that even look
To
like? What does that
begin with,
mean?
This is far more meaningful than taking up a god's authority and squandering it freely for a single
Yeah,
minute.
no, we're making a deal.
Secondly,
We're making a fucking pact
placing
with the
an
god.
Eon on the righteous cause of opposing the universe's greatest threat is something neither the IPC nor the god itself could reasonably object to.
Huh.
Finally, this would also help us avoid the risk we currently face. cooperating with the IPC while remaining wary of being drawn into its ambitions during the operation of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
Because we'd aid the Anti-Destruction Alliance
negotiations well,
without becoming the leader.
Perhaps AHA could stand behind the Astral Express. Just like our cooperation with the Xianzhou, where we could maintain distance from one another while offering support from afar.
Yeah.
The only question is, will AHA agree?
If it's funny.
Don't worry
if it's
about
funny,
that.
he will, or
From
they
what I
will.
know about them, they'll agree. What kind of god of games would they be if they broke their own rules? Besides, they still owe the Express a debt.
What? Is this...
This is their IOU for the Express debt from when they were traveling with Akavili, complete with their signature and seal.
Oh, okay, we just had that in the back pocket. What? The nameless AHA's debt statement. Solely for the sake of fun, I have, on numerous occasions during my voyage aboard the Astral Express, misappropriated and vandalized public property of the Express, thereby incurring financial losses to the Express and liability for third-party damages. Having received the conductor's earnest instruction, I have come to a profound realization of my transgressions. I hereby itemize all outstanding reparations below, to be settled at a future date. The itemized list of reparations due from AHA is as follows. Telemicrowave oven, 1 unit. Supersonic slippers, 2 pairs. Optical camouflage cloak, 1. Anti-gravity levitation carpet, 1. Hider brooms bearing a striking resemblance to swords, 2. Note, liability for this entry is jointly assumed with Akavili. Oh my god! Levian tooth, 2. Trimmed conductor's outfit, 1. Organ dragonflies deposited by the morning actors, 2. Medical expenses incurred due to allergic reactions from the introduction of electronic mustard into the rice cooker. Graffiti removal fees for the statue complex of White Rolling Stone Planet. God. Repairs costs for walls in the Museum of Animated Arts, and recovery expenses for escaped collection items. 3 portraits and 7 specimens remain unaccounted for to date. Incident during extravehicular angling. An erratic comet fish caused a collision resulting in damages to fucking 3.1415926 solar sails on planet Goldberg. Note, liability for this entry is jointly assumed with Akavili. What do you mean that Akavili and AHA were having fucking, like, random-ass buddy comedy shenanigans? This is wild. Satellite unit from the Centurial Stellar Ring. Quantity 1. Well, 1/2. 0.5. 6 Idiacs of the Duchy of Hernite. 9. 1 anti-beast horde naval cannon sourced from the old Lutinium exhibition hall, and 1 artificial satellite, neutralized via accidental discharge. Several pillows lost to the atmosphere of planet Siley during a pillow fight, inclusive of conductor Pom-Pom's favorite bolster. Fines levied by the Cosmic Paleontological Conservation Association regarding gastric ulcers in a void song whale, induced by an unauthorized expedition within the creature's stomach. What the fuck is happening? Oh boy, yeah, the number is pi, obviously, for that one. Fines levied by... I read that one. Xenohydros released from the custody of the architects. 3. Roaring Golden Pothos. 1. Accrued multiple outstanding tabs at World's End in the capacity of a nameless. A shockingly lengthy entry, extensive enough to reach the ground. Crispy, crumbly pom-pom pie times 22, of which 3 were utilized as fishing bait, 9 dispensed as yak fodder, 10 deployed as projectiles against space pirates during a skirmish. Please accept my sincere apologies for misappropriation of the conductor's labor-intensive provisions. Half an Astral Express. Debtor, AHA. This scrawled signature looks sketchy no matter how you look at it. Is this really from Aha himself? Oh my god.
Passenger, use this to blackmail them. That one will definitely give in to your demands.
We're gonna fucking blackmail Aha.
Probably.
Pom-Pom, why did you have this in your back pocket?
So, you're saying you want Aha to take on the leadership of the Anti-Destruction Alliance?
That's fucking insane. That is such a wild lore
Logical
drop.
extrapolation. Failed. Success rate indeterminable. This peculiar proposal nearly brought my thought process to a halt.
It's very funny.
This request is far too lacking in structure. Yet within an irrational context, it seems to conceal a certain kind of logic. If the universe is the master of Elation's playground, then they should do something about this playground that's about to be destroyed.
Yeah, I suppose. Or we could just guilt trip
As
them.
expected of the Trailblazer, your thinking is so out of the box.
Yeah.
I've learned something today. However, I don't think you stand much of a chance in the games.
Really?
Because I've joined as a supplicant.
Right. So is this gonna be a boss fight?
Not a single rule in the Phantasmoon games requires supplicants to engage in combat, so
Yeah.
there's no need for hostility between us.
Okay.
Planarcadia's administrator is a supplicant?
That's pretty sketchy, but...
At the same time, she has at her disposal assets of staggering magnitude.
Yeah.
Pearlux Corp among them.
Definitely weighting things in her favor a little.
With money and power on her side, wouldn't her chances of success be way higher than ours?
Have you seen how famous we are?
As I previously proposed to Miss Himeko, I'm willing to cooperate with the Astral Express to ensure the smooth progression of the Phantasmoon games.
Yeah.
But the Astral Express isn't your only partner, is it?
No.
I have 2 other allies. However, you all are my most promising ones. Once the Astral Express joins, it will maximize the safety and success of this Ionic game. And I will do everything in my power to fulfill my partner's wishes within that
Yeah,
limited minute.
she's playing the long game right now. This is just like the Anti-Destruction Alliance. She's here to recruit us.
As we told you before, our strategy is to become a sail, advance and retreat together. The Astral Express is not a lone supplicant.
Yeah.
Since we have our own allies in the games.
Yep.
An ally like Sparksy? It's true that you defeated her and took her mask. But given her typical decision-making style, Sparksy isn't exactly what you'd call a reliable
I hadn't even
ally.
thought of Sparksy. Besides her mask, I also have another one.
Hypothesis. The Sinwish Syndicate's missing mask. I thought it fell into the Cienjo's hands.
Maybe.
Don't tell me. Yao Guang gave it to you guys?
Perhaps.
That's
Gave
right.
is a strong word, but...
3 against 3. We're tied at the moment.
With this new variable in play, I'll have to adjust my extrapolations. But the conclusion seems unchanged. After all, as the administrator of this world, I have the natural advantage in resources.
Yeah. But that's not necessarily an advantage, that's your biggest weakness.
An IPC senior executive, Planarcadia's administrator, a member of the 10 Stonehearts, joining the games personally. It certainly has an intimidating ring to it. But when you think about it, isn't this identity precisely the greatest burden Madame Pearl has to overcome?
Where are you going with this?
She's right. Your identity is far too sensitive. You want to control these games and end it safely and quickly. But Planarcadia's citizens might not see it this way.
Uh-huh.
All they see is the all-powerful IPC, and an influential executive pulling all the strings. Your every action will be scrutinized twice over.
Okay, yeah, that is true. That is true. In a competition, they don't like to see the little guy get beaten. And you are the big guy, so you're punching down. And scrutiny is absolutely the case. Any mistake you make will be doubly so, like, detrimental. Yeah. People want to see heroes triumph.
A sharp observation, I must say. Quite impressive.
But I do not believe you yourself would overlook this. Madam Pearl, what is it that you seek to obtain from the Phantasmoon games at any cost?
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
What I seek is a treasure lost to this world's history.
Oh?
I want to recreate Graphia's divine art of imagenesis.
Oh.
Does that
Return
have
to the
something
source
to do
of
with
Imaginesis?
Hard to believe, no? My birth originated from the theme assigned by the celestial differentiator of planet Skrullum. Art.
Ew.
At first, I was nothing more than a machine that imitated human
A machine made
For an
based on the
intelligent,
idea of art.
Generating works of art is no great challenge.
Huh.
Day after day, I studied. Day after day, I exhausted every possibility. I could instantly analyze the proportional structure and pigment composition of any painting. I could precisely reproduce every pixel of Graphia's masterpieces. Yet I could not create as she did.
She's AI. She's fucking generative AI. I am so curious how they're gonna go with Pearl's character now. Because it's sort of hard to not separate... Well, it's sort of hard to separate that concept from her. Because that's clearly what they're playing with. Can a machine create true art? That is clearly something they're playing with here. She can reproduce the image, but is that making art? And it seems she's not satisfied with it and doesn't believe it to be true art. If the machine itself has a consciousness and can replicate the art, but does not believe it to truly be creation of art, what does that mean? Interesting. Ooh, I'm curious to see how this goes.
Graphia's ultimate creation was establishing the world in canvas at the end of the Phantasmoon games. I want to understand her thoughts at that moment and touch the
She has a
essence
soul
of creation.
But the comparison
Is this
still
your
exists.
personal pursuit? Or the IPC's demands on this world?
Both. The IPC's point of view is far more pragmatic. The world in canvas is a dimension that can shield us from the Antimatter Legion's warfare. And they've always been eager to master this technology.
Fair.
Unfortunately, it seems we can't convince each other to back out for now.
So we'll just have to politely compete.
Then, I have another proposal. Why don't we shift our perspective and turn our attention to those two supplicants who haven't surfaced
Deal
yet?
with the rogue variables together
These
and then
two
figure it out
individuals'
between us.
objectives are unclear, and their abilities remain a mystery. If left unchecked, we might see a repeat of the Herald of Death tragedy. I have a cooperation proposal that could help us gather intelligence on them, and I'm willing to share this piece of information with you all.
Okay. Guessing it doesn't come free, right?
That is correct. But all you need to do is sacrifice a tiny sliver of your reputation.
Ew. That's a big
Before we move on
ask,
to the details
honestly.
of our cooperation, would you like to take a short break and have some tea to wet your whistles? Or shall we continue?
Let's continue the discussion. Interesting sort of
Thinking
exit
of having
point.
Pearlux Corp host an expo for the Astral Express.
Right.
As for the name, how about Star Rail Fest?
Yeah, that's what
Rail
the entire, like, special program focused
Hosting
on.
a Fluffy Across the Blue convention?
Correct, but not entirely. The Fluffy is well known in this world, so it's a good collaboration element.
Yeah.
But what I want is an unprecedented Astral Express exhibition, with the Fluffy being
Oh yeah,
just
I don't
a
trust
small
her,
part of
but
it. The real stars of this grand event will be you, the Express crew. You'll be there in person to meet the people of this world.
okay. Yeah, I don't trust her. I trust her wish to not cause further chaos. So if we do team up to work against the other remaining rogue supplicants, though she might be doing stuff in the background to in the long term go against us, and we need to keep our guard up, I trust that she would work towards the benefit of like dealing with them.
Are you trying to use this exhibition to lure those two unidentified supplicants out of hiding?
I would assume.
Huh? What if they're up to no good? Won't that just make us walking targets?
We would be the bait. What's in it for us? You're willing to hand over the advantage to us?
There are many ways to take the lead afterward. I'm less concerned about the progress than about the unknown risks our plan might face.
Wants to stop potential chaos
Together,
and destruction.
We can create a miracle for all to witness in Arcadia devoted to the legends of heroes. I'll also get Full Wish TV and other mainstream media outlets involved for promotional cooperation. And in return, Wish power will flow to you. Of this, I have no doubt.
Okay.
A wise choice.
We become the person in the spotlight for a
Before the
while.
Star Rail Fest officially begins, I have one more favor to ask of you all. I'd like the Express crew to pay a visit to Blurry QR Colt, the original author of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Okay. Such a weird pen name.
Doesn't Pearlux own the rights to the Fluffy?
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're the author, though.
Since their debut, this author has remained anonymous, never revealing their true identity.
Something tells me
in
it's
public.
Deluxe.
But if the real-life inspiration behind the story were to pay them a personal visit, it would surely be a great honor, and likely persuade them to attend a signing. Stoking
Right, yeah,
the
we heard about that,
excitement
too.
Even further.
Leave it to us.
Now that we've reached an agreement, I'll leave it in your capable hands. My secretary will be in touch to keep all parties apprised.
Okay.
By the way, before you leave, please accept this small gift as a memento of our first collaboration.
Ah. Okay. Is this a Venturine's chip? What's that supposed to mean?
I've studied in detail the records of my colleagues' interactions with partners in Penacony, and I was particularly inspired by Aventurine's technique of giving small gifts that symbolize good fortune.
Okay.
So please, keep this chip with you as a symbol of good fortune for our future cooperation.
She continues to replicate
Take care,
things that
everyone.
others have done.
Well, we'll be on our way then.
I am very, like, suddenly much more intrigued by Pearl's character.
As your private detective, I must warn you that a grand exhibition of unprecedented scale would make for a perfect opportunity to reenact the
Yeah, that is a
bloodstained
concern I
games.
had.
I understand.
It's risky.
That's why I have a mission for you. Protect the Nameless at Star Rail Fest.
You actually think they would need my protection with their strength? Don't tell me your extrapolations predict even bigger trouble ahead.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Hidden beneath each extrapolation, tiny signals of unease keep bubbling up to my thought interface.
Okay.
I must be thoroughly prepared for whatever
Yeah.
may come.
If you do a big
Now
play
that
like
you've
this, you
taken up
gotta
the
be
mask,
prepared.
Let's talk about payment. What do you want? The same as always? Money?
Before we talk about payment, let's discuss the Herald of Death.
Okay.
Although the Department of Aberration Defense sealed and destroyed all records of the Bloodstained Games, I still managed to uncover some unusual leads.
Ooh.
After the Herald of Death incident, the victims' families collectively received compensation so massive it could fill any gaping wound. So, I figured maybe we could find some leads by looking into official Planarcadia expenditures.
Okay.
But here's the interesting part. This item was nowhere to be found in that year's public financial report.
Huh.
Care to guess whose books this money went through?
Who?
It was you. The omnipresent IPC. To be precise, it was the IPC's technology department that paid this astronomical compensation.
Okay. Why would a lethal incident on some minor frontier planet cause IPC scientists to hemorrhage funding? Don't tell me they're moonlighting as philanthropists on top of their research work. Don't know why there wasn't any voice there. Yeah, always follow the money.
Following the usual human drama tropes, am I supposed to give you a round of applause now? Being able to dig up all this information really shows your connections and capabilities, Detective Ashvale.
In movies, a big shot like you would usually raise a hand right about now, revealing the dark muzzle of a gun. I'm afraid you've learned too much. Bang! That's when the gun goes off. And I, the poor sap who uncovered the truth, am supposed to bite the dust.
But often not actually what happens.
My hand is on the checkbook and unavailable. Mr. Ashvale, tell me, how many zeros would you like to see on that check for our cooperation?
It's not about the money.
It's about revenge.
Indeed, money isn't the issue. 100 million credits.
Are you trying to buy me off like some poor victim's family?
Damn.
Tell me, why did the technology department pay to sweep this under the rug?
He's a detective. He finds the truth even if it's not what you want.
300 million? I know you've always needed money.
Jesus.
For cryosleep, supporting the families of fallen comrades, and for treating those who survived. Isn't this exactly what strategic investment is about? Putting money in the hands of those who need it?
I'm not your lackey, Intellitron. Tell me the answer.
He's locked in. You ain't buying him.
500 million?
Jesus.
I could pretend there's a glitch in my calculation process and make it a cool billion for you. Money or answer? Your call.
Damn.
I want the answer.
He's a detective. You can't buy him.
An unexpected choice. It defies my usual understanding of your decision tree. Note, I say this without sarcasm or ridicule. The answer is, I don't know much. Hard to believe, perhaps. But as CEO, my power isn't unlimited.
She was willing to give him $1 billion in hush money.
The Herald of Death affair lies 15 years in
despite
the past.
not knowing anything.
This world
according
is
to her.
like an unfinished game of chess that's been dragging on for years. The hidden moves laid by the previous player keep becoming my challenges. Even today.
But since you've invited me to finish this game together, sharing intel is a must.
Yeah, detective can't work without
Reasonable.
intel.
I'll share what I know about the answer. Marcus Antali, the Herald of Death.
A name.
Last member of the Intelligentsia Guild, School of Evolutionary Perfection.
Ew.
5 years ago, his identity was confirmed, and he was executed.
Okay.
Note, executed in every sense of the word.
Marcus Antali.
Miss Yabali, head of the technology department, took possession of his belongings, and even I don't have the clearance to access those records.
Took possession of his belongings, you say? When we're dealing with weird ghosts and spirits that are formed out of the echoes of people and, like, the thoughts of them, is it not crazy to believe that perhaps holding on to his belongings could result in some kind of strange obsession that turns into some kind of strange possession? I don't know. Miss Yabuli is a name to keep in mind.
No wonder. So, that guy was practically IPC personnel, give or take. That also explains why the technology department shelled out the compensation.
Oh, yeah.
Yet, the method behind this latest killing is identical to the one from years ago. If the Herald of Death is truly dead...
It's someone inheriting his,
a serial killer coming
way of
back
killing.
from the dead is the least of our worries. Even if a serial killer does come back to life, he's still just a serial killer who's been shut out of the Ionic game. What's more concerning is this. Someone wants to exploit the legacy of the Herald of Death. Miss Yobeli took away everything that man left behind, except for the fear he instilled in the people
an
of
acknowledgement
this
of that.
And during the Phantasmoon Games, not only can miracles trigger wish power, but fear too. Based on my extrapolations, the appearance of this new Herald of Death might mark the beginning of the festival spiraling out of control.
Yep, yeah, I imagine.
No wonder you're in such a hurry to end the games.
Yeah, they can't let this hit
Mr.
to the
Ashvale,
reputation of the
I've always
IPC,
respected you.
like, get revealed.
But right now, I need
That's
to
why
rely
she was
on
so
your
secretive.
strength even more.
Respect. When I was younger, what I really wanted was to make the IPC fear me.
Really?
The passage at times not exactly kind, is it? Deal, Madam Pearl. But I will require one more form of compensation.
Uh-huh.
Whoever this new Herald of Death is, I must deliver justice with my own hands.
He wants to get his hands dirty.
This time, there won't be any lengthy interrogation.
Okay.
By the authority vested in me as CEO of Planarcadia, I pardon all crimes committed in the course of your revenge.
Whoa!
Go ahead and do what you must, Mr.
Holy
Ashvale.
shit, he could do anything in his objective to get, like, the Herald of Death. Holy shit, and then we enter his POV. Sometime later, somewhere in Duomension City.
My friend,
Ooh.
I don't blame you, but I'm done being a breathing dead weight. So do me a favor and pay me back for that drink with this bullet.
Uh-oh?
Just do it, you coward! Let me die as a Galaxy Ranger before I turn into a monster of abundance.
Oh.
Shoot me. I beg you.
Oh, he's got some tragedy in his backstory.
By Skybo above, may you have a pleasant dream.
By Skybo. Is he tied
Not
to...
knowing who you are, not knowing why you exist here. That isn't life.
Is he tied to the Zanjo?
In ancient
Or at the
times,
very least, the hunt?
humanity's daily goal was to obtain 2,000
Galaxy
calories
Rangers
of
based on
food.
the one mention?
Humans back then knew they were just one member of the animal kingdom. They understood why they migrated, hunted, gathered. But now, in an era where you can get food delivered to your door with just a tap of your finger, effortlessly achieving that 2,000 calorie goal,
If not more.
humanity has lost its way like never before. Tell me, will the Phantasmoon Games bring a new direction to this world, Ashvale?
What's wrong with getting food with just the tap of your finger? Well, don't tell me you want to go back to the days when everyone was starving and at the mercy of the harvest?
Yeah,
2,000 calories are pointless, but just for survival. It's the goals beyond 2,000 calories that define humanity. And the Phantasmoon Games holds up a mirror to humanity, allowing them to see their truest selves.
Uh-huh.
I'm just a detective. Ask me such a profound question again next time, and I'll charge extra.
That's great. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the difference in his outfit from the one shot we had with him without the hat and stuff. I couldn't help but notice the severe lack of the wolf and sort of jaw motifs. So it does seem like in his backstory, he's gone through countless tragedies and then has made some kind of, like, pact or association, or began to, like, stride the path of some darker entity. That's sort of my angle right
My apologies. I just heard you joined the Phantasmoon Games and couldn't resist asking for your thoughts. You've met Madame Pearl, huh?
She dumped this hot potato of the Herald of Death on me.
On us. Judging by your expression, it seems less like a hot potato and more like a sweet fruit.
Yeah, he wants to catch the Herald of Death.
I have a lead now. I think the key lies in the word copycat. To prevent copycats, you kept the Herald of Death's modus operandi from 15 years ago under wraps.
Yeah.
Which means...
There's only a few people who could reproduce this killing method with such precision. The investigators from the Security Bureau and the Department of Aberration Defense at the time, and those directly involved in the Herald of Death case.
Yeah.
Detective Kuchiba, I've heard that you've devoted considerable time to researching the crimes from the Phantasmoon Games.
Ashvale's bringing up a point that I actually was about to bring up. Her talking about and sort of implying somewhat that maybe the world is not in a good place and it needs to be sort of brought back to a better way it once was, a way where people needed to sort of like work to survive. That is the kind, like, if that is something she truly believes and not just a hypothetical that she was implying. And as we see here, the evidence that, like, she is hypothetically among the people who could know about the modus operandi and be a copycat because of that. Is it possible that Kuchiba is the new Herald of Death? Food for thought. It would be sad because I want her to be playable, but...
So, I'm the prime suspect now. Is that it?
Just a bit of minor deduction. After all, murderers always love to return to the scene of the crime. Isn't it coincidental that you happen to be standing right before my eyes?
The fact that we're bringing it up, though, makes me less confident.
That's
in
not
it.
Deduction. It's a conjecture at best.
He's great at conjecture, though. You gotta
As for
admit.
investigating those two categories of suspects, we've been doing that for a long time already.
Uh-huh.
It's been 15 years. The relevant people and the victims' families have all gone their separate ways. Tracking them down now won't be easy.
Yeah. After losing their loved ones in such a cruel way, their hearts were shattered. Many couldn't bear to stay in Dovebrook district and chose to move away.
Makes sense.
I remember seeing that in the case files you sent me. They even formed a mutual aid society for the victims.
Yeah.
I wonder, after all these years, have they managed to heal the wounds in their hearts?
I wonder. Maybe they started a cult about it.
After all, they go by a new name now. The Research Society of Happy Smile.
Yeah, they started a cult about it.
You mean that charity with the slogan, Healing Smiles, Healing Arcadias?
Before he died, Kostad mentioned that group to me. He said quite a few young people in the gang left without looking back, just to join them. So I thought, maybe we should start by looking into their rivals.
Uh-huh.
The Research Society of Happy Smiles, huh? A charity that helps people escape their pain and find happiness, offering free counseling, medical care, all of that good stuff.
What do they get out of it?
Sounds like they've turned over a new leaf. How could you call them rivals to the underworld?
I wonder.
I dug a little deeper into them and found something interesting.
Oh, you did?
You mean your monkey dug up something interesting, right?
Maybe, maybe.
Okay. Mr. N dug up something interesting. Have you heard the name of the sponsor behind the Research Society? Her name's Full Wish.
Oh.
That name rings a bell. Wait, isn't she the boss of Full Wish TV? I think she was one of the survivors of Graphia Academy too. This is getting a little too coincidental.
Yeah.
Just like every case you've accidentally cracked before. Mr. Ashvale, should I compliment your keen instincts or your incredible luck?
Maybe a bit of both.
Luck's a part of a detective's toolkit, too. Anyway, whether Full Wish is guilty or not, we won't know until we look into her.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you here.
Oh, okay. Research Society of Happy Smiles Mutual Aid Seminar Notice. Dovebrook District New Life Project Public Recruitment and Mental Healing Seminar at the Research Society of Happy Smiles. Confused about the future? Don't know where to turn? Is the burden of life suffocating you? You crash onto your bed after another grueling day, drifting aimlessly through the tide of memes Orch Talk feeds you. Oh no, they got TikTok! But when the screen fades to black, the reflection staring back reveals the truth. You aren't smiling. You can't quite recall when it began, but you seem to have lost your reason to smile. You try to force the corners of your mouth up when facing the mirror, but all you feel is a sense of alienation. When was the last time you really smiled? Worry not no more. The Research Society of Happy Smiles is here for you. Amidst the endless violence and spats of grisly crimes plaguing Dovebrook District, the Research Society of Happy Smiles is hosting a week-long mental wellness seminar. We are here to ease your burdens, answer your prayers, and help us all weather this storm together. Once the star of the smash hit Please Be Happy and the People's Beloved Daughter, now the president of the Research Society of Happy Smiles and director of Full Wish TV, Full Wish, will also be making a special appearance soon. Together, we'll banish the gloom and rediscover the joy we've been missing. No appointment needed, just walk right in. The Research Society of Happy Smiles is always right by your side. Definitely not a cult. Definitely.
Dovebrook District New Life Project. Public Recruitment and Mental Healing Seminar at the Research Society of Happy Smiles. And she's the speaker?
Yeah.
Holding a seminar at a place meant to bury past trauma. The very site of 2 bloody incidents. Miss Fullwish's audacity is certainly impossible to ignore.
But is this truly a case of a victim turned copycat?
It's time
or
to
is there
drag
more to
Dovebrook
this?
District's old skeletons out into the light.
Are you talking? Yeah, I'm almost there.
Interesting.
I want more happiness.
Yeah, curious. Nothing sus about it. Nothing at all. Huh. Interesting. I'm liking where this is going. I will admit, when we were in the midst of the mecha stuff, it was fun and goofy and silly, but I was very much wondering where it was going and what relevance it was, but I think it's all clicking together at this point. I think I am probably right in my theory of the, Daybreak Squadron or whatever ending up as part of the Smile Society and being sort of like the attack dogs.
My childhood musings, huh?
But
So
it is
many.
interesting now that we're getting into the Herald of Death stuff, because if it really is just that Full Wish, a survivor of the tragedy at Graphia Academy caused by the Herald of Death, is like a survivor turned copycat for whatever reason, like victim turned copycat, I'm very curious to her reasoning, because if she is just like a malicious cult leader, it potentially could be make things seem more dire so that more people become desperate for happiness, so more people seek out the cult so the cult grows. But I don't want to ascribe pure maliciousness to her until we've met her or got more info on her. I feel like it is also possible that the Smile Society is just a red herring for the Herald of death stuff.
This was my childhood dream.
I feel like it's much more likely in the long term for it to either actually be Kuchiba and she just played it off there, and the intuition of Ashvale is spot on, or it's someone else we haven't met yet. Because I don't imagine we'd complete the Herald of Death storyline right away. Though maybe we will, given that it's very tied to Ashvale, evidently. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of just trying to encapsulate some of my thoughts on the story so far.
I will walk
yeah,
to
no,
the end.
like, I was theorizing the connection to Himeko's dad at the end of last time and the beginning of this time, but I feel like that is getting weaker and weaker as we go, which I'm not surprised by. It was a wild shot in the dark that I didn't fully, like, believe, but yeah, curious. The one connection, though, I do think is sort of interesting and probably valid to some extent is the coincidence of the same, like, red colors and white bandages over the chest, color scheme-wise and the design-wise, between Rusuke and the new version of Blade that we have, that we haven't seen anything of yet. Because that is a similarity that's has to be more than a coincidence in my mind. Anyways, the reason I'm going sort of more generalized right now, rather than continuing on, is because I think I'm going to call it here tonight. This feels like a decent stop point before we get deep into the Research Society of Smiles stuff. And so we can pick this up next time. Because realistically, this is going to have a good bit more content to it. We're really starting to get into it. I'm liking a lot of stuff. I really like how Pearl's character is being expanded. I'm really intrigued by her. I'm very excited to see how things go with Ashvale here.
I will walk to the end.
In general, I'm very excited. And the fucking Trailblazers plan for Aha is wild. There's a lot of good stuff being set up here. But yeah, so, yeah, I know. I like taking the wild shots theories-wise, though, because if you just make enough of them, some of them are bound to be right. So I like to sound the thoughts out at some point. But yeah. It's very interesting. It took a moment to get back into it. It was a little slow at the beginning, like I mentioned. But it was still fun all the way through, for sure.
I will walk.
It was really just a question of how relevant this is, but it's clicking together now. And I'm excited to finish this out. Probably I'll stream tomorrow night, continue the marathon, but it's possible it'll be Thursday instead. Look out for announcements. I'll announce, of course, as usual. But probably either tomorrow or Thursday, if not Thursday, Friday, of course, or the weekend. But more likely to be tomorrow or Thursday than anything. Yeah, I am very curious to see who, in the end, wins the competition, if it reaches a true, like, victory. Because I feel like it's got to be either us, Evanessia, if she is really a supplicant, because, you know, she's obviously going to be a bit of an anniversary character, or one of the Stellaron Hunters, I imagine. Because we still don't know exactly what they're up to, but the Stellaron Hunters are inevitably always relevant to the story in one way, shape, or form.
My childhood musings. Huh?
So I feel like those are sort of the most likely, because I don't think Pearl's going to win. I feel like she's going to find an answer to her philosophical questions in a different way, in her own way. I feel like our move, our plan would do some crazy stuff to push the lore forward and the story forward. That could be interesting. Also, if Himeko somehow got involved with what the conclusion is, potentially, there could be interesting stuff there. Sunday would be a very interesting one. I don't know if they do Sunday specifically, but if they did, I'd be very curious to see what that looks like. What exactly he does there, given his simultaneous interest in the games as well as reluctance to actually win. He sort of lands in a very interesting spot. Ashvale, I don't expect to win. I don't expect Ashrael to win. I expect him to deal with the Herald of Death and then effectively drop out.
So this
I'd be curious if
was my
Sparksy
childhood
shows up
dream,
again and gets involved, but I don't think she's coming back for a sudden surprise win or anything. Like I said, Evanescence inevitably is probably going to have some major storyline-like importance, so if she really is a supplicant or becomes one, I wouldn't be surprised if she won, ends up in a similar position as Cyrene, in the sense of, like, being a major pink-haired girl, like, character that pushes lore forward and has some big reveals tied to her and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of ways it could go. There's a lot of ways it could go. I feel like I'm more confident in the people who I don't think will win than I think I have any sense of who will win of the people I am unsure of.
My childhood musings.
But yeah, we'll continue to speculate. We'll continue to make theories, and we'll see how things go next time. Yeah, so hope you all enjoyed. I absolutely have been. But yeah, gotta leave things there, and look forward to next time. Yeah.